Sweat drips, blood spills, fire in their eyes. Ref count slow, crowd screaming fast. Every move a story, legends gon' last. Welcome to Sports for You Wrestling, bring the heat. Every punch, every throw can't be beat. The bell rings loud, it's the thrill of the fight. Welcome to the action, under spotlight. Drop kicks flying, spines hitting the mat. Ring rope shaking, crowd where you at? Mask on the villain, heroes on the ropes. Drama thick enough to choke the hopes. Tag team dream, or solo king's reign. Victory's the prize, through the sweat and pain. Welcome to Sports for You Wrestling, bring the heat. Every punch, every throw can't be beat. The bell rings loud, it's the thrill of the fight. Welcome to the action, under spotlight. Pyro popping, bell shining gold. Rivalries run deep, stories unfold. One suplex, heart skip a beat. Feel the roar, feel the pulse, on repeat. Welcome to the you. Welcome to the you.
Welcome to Sports for You Wrestling. It's our ring, our section. From the bay, we flexing. Fat four, keep the crowd out, all guessing. Welcome to Sports for You.
Man, listen. I know when IShowSpeed woke up that morning on Monday, I don't think he was expecting to end his night in front of some pyro and some World Tag Team Champions. I also don't think he expected to screw over a family that's already in a war with everyone who's not part of the lineage. But this man effed up. And effed up badly to the point that he's going to have to answer to these guys one way or another. But we're going to talk about that soon enough. But first and foremost, welcome to the Sports U Wrestling Podcast, episode 75. I am the OTC Trail, and we got a good show today because we're gonna recap everything that happened on SmackDown, everything that happened on Raw. Well, most the important stuff that happened, and then of course what happened in NXT, which, I mean, shout out to the people at NXT because they put on a banger at the Garden. So the Garden was popping 2 nights straight. So shout out to them. But listen, we're going to start off with SmackDown, of course, because there's a lot of interesting things that went down on the Boo brand. And one of them was something that we all was getting the news that Friday all day that it was going to happen, and we all was hoping that it wouldn't happen, and it happened. Sami Zayn answered the open challenge to Carmelo Hayes and became the new United States champion again. Which, you know, Sami Zayn was pretty much on this redemption tour of getting himself right. He vowed to Nick Aldis that he was going to make it to WrestleMania. Before we speak with WrestleMania, what's going on, John? What's happening, man? What's happening?
Top flight security of the world, Craig. Top flight security of the world. That's what it was.
Listen, man. Sami Zayn, I wouldn't say shocked the world.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much pissed off the world.
Yeah.
And became a 2-time United States champion by defeating Carmelo Hayes. I mean, we all saw this coming because all day Friday, everyone was like, I just heard the news about Melo. It ain't good. I don't want it to happen. I hope it doesn't happen. And here we are. Trick Williams somehow intervened into this match. Pretty much knocked out Melo. And Sami Zayn, who usually is the good guy, took advantage of the situation that he accused Cody of doing multiple times. That he's pointing out that, what Randy has done multiple times. Took advantage of the situation and became United States champion. But did Melo needed to lose the championship? Because you see where they're going with this. It's leading to a triple threat. But I feel like Melo shouldn't have to lose his championship for it to be a triple threat. I think Trick should have intervened. Somebody got DQ'd. Sami Zayn would have cried to Nick Aldis, and they would have had a triple threat. And then you have Trick maybe beat Sami Zayn to win the title. But what are your thoughts about it? Did Melo get robbed in a sense, or was this a good move by WWE?
They got robbed, and I don't think it's a guarantee he's going to be in that match. I don't think it's a guarantee. I don't think that's for certain. I think they want to put the belt on Trick, but they want to keep him and Melo so far away from each other because they don't want them to have any interaction so soon. Eventually, we'll get that Trick Melo gang reunion or rivalry renewed. Eventually, but they don't want to see it. They don't want to see it right now. They want to let it build. But I hope this doesn't take him out of Mania, which would be totally crap because he has worked hard for it.
Yeah.
But Sammy needs to understand. You look like a douche right now. You on the camera and on in kayfabe and in real life. You look like a douche right now.
I mean, we all saw the writings on the wall months ago that it was gonna be Trick versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Yes. Did it need the United States Championship?
No, it didn't. It didn't. But Sammy politic. I'm gonna call it what it is. I think Sammy politic.
I do too, because it didn't need the championship. If they're gonna keep him and Melo away from each other, then what was the purpose? Because they was already building up to this, so Sammy could have easily just challenged Trick to a match at WrestleMania, and that would have been, the match. Hey JoJo, enjoy your much needed night off. The Tahanas are taking the night off for the this week's episode.
Mm-hmm.
So shout to the girls. They should be back on Mondays for Tribal Warzone. But y'all be safe out there though. Listen, take all the rest y'all need, because in 2 weeks' time, listen, it's gonna be Team No Sleep, Fast Forward No Sleep, because we number one, we're gonna be on a high of the fact of being out there as a unit, running the city, and then the stuff we got to do in between time.
Yeah,
but
because by this time in 2 weeks, I'll be at LAX. I'll be at LAX around this time in 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. But we like I was saying, we saw the writings on the wall, man. Like, we already knew this is gonna be Trick and Sammy. Trick would have had his WrestleMania moment going against a veteran like Sami Zayn. Melo would have walked into WrestleMania with the United States Championship. Ain't no telling what interest he would have had, knowing that he's him, and his whole mantra is basically a basketball type, style that he has for his. It looks that they took it away from. Now I'm hoping that it is a triple threat, just so Melo can actually be on the card. Because if he's not on the card, I mean, what is WWE doing with Melo? Now I can actually get behind, the whole complaints about Melo not being treated fairly, because he has been treated fairly up until this point. So why take the man off of Mania if it's going to be Trick and Sammy 1-on-1? I mean, you could have easily ran it back with, Ilya, or maybe have an open challenge at Mania and have someone from NXT, because since TakeOver now has their own weekend, they got enough time to, have everyone do that TakeOver and pick someone. Hey, you're going to Vegas. You're going to Vegas. Pack your bags. You're going to answer the open challenge. Could have had somebody from TNA, had someone from AAA. answer challenge, like maybe Vankingo. There's a whole little way they could have had this, but overall, man, is WWE what's WWE doing with Melo?
We don't know. We don't know. This is just the ugly part of the business. People that it was the politics took over again. This is the ugly part of the business, unfortunately. And he's gonna have his WrestleMania. And I believe he will have his WrestleMania moment. He'll be on the card. Trick's been doing the PR tour for WrestleMania. He was on the Breakfast Club. He was on First Take. He was talking about Melo on Breakfast Club, and I think we all know he deserves to be on that grand stage. But Sammy needs to know. And I know he didn't mean any harm by it, but he looks like a D-bag right now. Whether it's on kayfabe or real life, he need to know that he looks like a D-bag right now.
Yeah, man. This is gonna lead. All stories are leading to Sammy finally crossing that picket fence. If you catch what I'm drifting here, because the underdog story, it ran its course. Now Sammy went from being the underdog to, I gotta do what I gotta do to have my WrestleMania moment. Yes. You know, I like he vowed to Nick Aldis, listen, I'm going to be at WrestleMania, and now he got his shot at WrestleMania. So if this is Trick Williams' time to shine, Sammy did not need to be a transitional champion, because now they backed themselves in the corner. Yeah. If Trick wins, Sammy's going to be known as a transitional champion. If Sammy wins, this is going to set everything in the IWC on fire if Trick does not walk out United States champion.
And he better be prepared, and he better be prepared for it too, because it was unnecessary. He just gotta be prepared for it.
Yeah, man, because
the hate. Wear the black hat. You don't have to wear the black hat.
The hate will be justified that one, Melo's not even at Mania, and two, Trick doesn't even win. So we don't get none of them two having a moment. It's gonna be up. It's definitely gonna be up. Exactly. Tell him, Joe. Tell him. But
I'm gonna give him the benefit. We'll see. Let's see how these next. We got 2 more SmackDowns before we got. Well, actually 3 more SmackDowns before Mania, because we do the SmackDown in Vegas. So let's see how these next 3 weeks build. When they get to the Move Friday, little Trick got a little Yachty pulling up. So we'll see what's going.
Entertaining.
We'll see what's going down. We'll see what's going down for real.
That's gonna be entertaining right there. Little Yachty finally interacting in the WWE after being sitting in the front row all these years. But Randy Orton has been on the warpath.
By the way, happy birthday.
Shout out. Randy Orton's been on the warpath, and his latest victim was, Mr. Always Ready. Now who's going to be Mr. I'm going to need a hospital bill. Matt Cardona. I mean, he tried to. It looks like he's taking down all of Cody's friends. So who you think is going to be, who's next on the list of like Cody's friends? Because this is we getting the old Randy. He even shaved his head like 09 Randy.
By the way, he just tweeted out a video an hour ago. He was on a phone call.
Another one, huh?
On his birthday.
Listen, Faith hit me up earlier today about that theory, about the latest theory on that phone call based on what happened on Monday, which we would definitely. Actually, you know what? Since we're on the subject of Randy Orton, you might just get to it. Cody Rhodes.
I heard that theory.
Cody Rhodes showed up to Monday Night Raw. First, I was like, once again, what's he doing here? He don't even go here. But then I'm like, he's a WWE champion.
He can do what he wants.
WWE champion has to be at the Mecca, at the Garden. There's no way not one WWE champion does not show up at Madison Square Garden. Cody comes out, but we was graced, John, by the appearance of one Stephanie McMahon saying that, her grandfather made Madison Square Garden, which he did. The big man. The last names of James, Bryant, Jordan, and McMahon's are solidified within the halls of Madison Square Garden. Pretty much,
Oh,
what did you expect? Yo,
time the F out.
oh,
I'm just reading the aggregation from that Randy tweet. Randy Orton says he will see the person that he has been speaking with on the phone with this Friday in the Lou. His hometown.
it's himself. It has to be himself. It has to be himself.
In Orton country.
What are the odds that it's gonna be like a mirror or something, and it's himself?
We want some context. He's standing in front of a I'll say a mural. You know, standing up in front of a backdrop, and there's a picture of his dad and granddad in the ring. A U.S. flag, a statue, a dragon statue. Looks like a trophy, a football trophy. But he's staring at the picture of his dad and his granddad.
Damn, what if the voices is his granddad?
Well, you're gonna find out. He said the person's coming they'll be in the loop. It's like
that's gonna be, and I'm pretty sure Cody's gonna be in the loop, so he's definitely gonna find out one way or the other. But Stephanie gave Cody a little pep talk, which included the infamous Stephanie McMahon slap. You know, as John always says, was the hand say to the face. And that looks like it lit a fire in Cody because he told her thank you. Mm-hmm. What was your thoughts, man, on pretty much Stephanie, one, making an appearance back, and two, pretty much maybe being that final seed to get that Homelander Cody that we all been waiting for the past at least six months or so.
I love it. I thought it was great TV. I mean, let's be clear. People wonder why Cody was there. Y'all don't think no offense to SmackDown or nothing, but Stephanie, man, she's gonna make an appearance. It's gonna be on the flagship. So no disrespect to SmackDown, but she's coming back on TV. She's coming back to the flagship for a reason, and that reason was to basically let Cody know this Cody Rhodes ain't it. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna be this Randy Orton being this guy. You're gonna have to go listen to some voices in your head, and that slap heard around the world. The venom, it was vintage Stephanie McMahon, and she's getting ready to go in the Hall of Fame in two weeks from Friday. Just reading Cody the riot act, and I loved it. And you add the backdrop of the garden with Chef's Kiss.
I mean, she basically gave Cody the.
That's exactly what she did.
Slapped that man so hard that he even got Brandy Rhodes up out of her chair and tweeted. She was like, "Ah, shit, Steph, come on, man. I'm chilling. Don't make me get up." Like, I mean, listen. Now, Brandy has been quiet 9 times out of 10, but I can't get mad at her for wanting to stand up for her man because nobody puts their hands on her husband. So hopefully we get what Nessa's been wanting, and we get Brandy Rhodes stepping into this story. Because imagine Orton dropped Brandy like he dropped Stephanie decade or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
Was that almost 2 decades ago? Like
09, head of WrestleMania, 25th WrestleMania.
Listen, that whole year, Randy Orton should have been locked up.
he was diabolical. He was beyond diabolical that year.
That was the reason why we called him. We always bring up 09 or not all the Randy Ortons. That year was the best version of Randy Orton. Heel wise, because that man, like, he did anything and everything. He punched John Cena's dad, RKO Stephanie, makes out with her unconscious, against right in front of a man who married her unconscious. So the irony, irony in that one.
Planet Triple H try to break with it. Didn't they try to break Batista's arm?
Yeah. slaps and punts Dusty Rhodes while Cody watches and still fell in line and became one of the members of Legacy.
Planet Mr. McMahon.
Speaking of Mr. McMahon, that line Cody hit on Stephanie.
Oh boy.
That double entendre of a line when he was like, I'm not like my father and you not either. Listen.
That was crazy. That was so much. There was so much in that line. Much.
It was so much in that line, and twice the because that could have been taken so many ways, and no matter which way it was disrespectful to Steph. Like, she could have meant that she would never be as ruthless as Vince. So, you're not like your dad, or you're not in the public eye about to go to prison like your dad. So. It's and I said this on Monday. Bringing up Vince is always gonna be a touchy subject because I think she brought up on the last episode of What's Your Story, not the one with this past one, but the one from last week. She mentioned her dad a little bit, but didn't go into details about what it is. Because if you keep your eyes on social media and the news, you know what her dad's been up to.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good to see Stephanie. I don't think it's gonna be a one. You think it's gonna be a one-off appearance for Stephanie because it's the Garden, or is there a theory going around that maybe the Authority might be making their return?
Hell, Tommy Dreamer think what if it's Vince? That would be crazy.
Well, if it's Vince, then we're definitely not seeing him on SmackDown.
Yeah, so I can see the Authority, and if that's the Authority, they to me, I think they've been leaning in the side of Cody to finally get the venom out of them that they've been trying to see, that people have been wanting to see, because they've been. I mean, it can be Randy because they've been down that road too, but.
Mm-hmm. And Triple H is known to do business with people he's been in blood feuds with.
Yeah, so they've been down that road too. But I think if it's somebody, it's I think it's if Stephanie's coming back for a one-off, I think it's for Randy.
Because base theory was that maybe Stephanie could be coming back, possibly. As the Authority, because Triple H was in the building as well.
Mm-hmm.
As far as we know, Steffi is not even employed by WWE. I mean, she does do her show, but I don't think she's actually under contract with the company. So I think that was just a one-off until. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's not like she's getting paid for it. I mean, she's married to the guy, so she can just pretty much walk in the door, whenever she wants.
Right.
But how you feeling about this story between Randy and Cody? Because is it working? Is it working for you? Or is it missing something? Like, how would you go about it?
I mean, it's 50-50 right now. I think we'll see how it keeps going. You already took out Camaradona. I mean, that was 09 Randy. When he RKO'd Jelly Roll, that was clearly 09 Randy for sure. And the smile, the demonic smile on his face, that was Orton. That was the Legend Killer. And much respect for Jelly Roll trying to be a peacemaker. You gotta be careful because next time you could be getting a boot to the head.
Somebody's getting a boot, a la Alex Morgan style kick to the head. I'm still tripping off of that. Jelly Roll even had a match on SmackDown,
and he didn't look bad. He didn't look bad. I would say this: he didn't look bad. I mean, shout out to Kit Wilson, you made him look good, but he didn't look as bad. He didn't look like he did at SummerSlam. He did look a little bit more polished, and and I gotta give this to Jelly Roll. He unlike most celebrities, he's willing to take bumps.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's willing to take bumps. Bad Bunny's willing to take bumps. I Show Speed. We clearly saw this man could take bumps. I mean, that spear from Braun Breaker last year's Royal Rumble still lives rent free in my head for all of eternity. Because I mean, and it's almost looking back at it, he even botched that spear because he wasn't turned around all the way, so he took that spear on the side.
That's Trick Williams. I think that's Trick.
Trick Williams, should I never interfere in the Melo? Oh, Melo's business. Yeah, we just talked about it earlier, man. If that was the route they were going to go, I mean, you can still have that triple threat, and that Melo Trick story can actually take place at another time. It is a say so, but I don't think he should have been there. Exactly, Melo got robbed. But it is what it is. That's how it is. But back to Monday Night Raw, because the reason why Faith was having that theory that Stephanie could be back as the 30 because of what happened with Adam Pearce.
Oh my god! My god! Shout out to Pierce. He took some bumps.
One of my acknowledgments of the night is to Adam Pearce because this man dropped a pipe bomb of his own on social media, and he got that man got a lot off his chest that we was all waiting for him to get off his chest. Yep. I mean, the man was, when I first saw it, I was like, who's he talking to? And then it clicked in my head that he's talking to the fans. So you saying like he don't like you, he hates them, he hopes he never sees them again. He's not thankful of the fans. So basically he's pretty much turned into a villain. Adam Pearce justified in this. Let's recap. The man has been disrespected since he became general manager. This man got pushed not once but twice on Monday night, and then you add in to the fact of fans being idiots in public. I found that it was like it all came. It just happened all at the right time for Adam Pearce. So what was your thoughts on pretty much Adam Pearce pretty much going off on people?
I like JoJo. I thought he was April fooling people for a minute, and then especially at the part when he chugged down the beer, I was like, that was crazy. That was funny. But
I don't even drink. On a side note, before you finish, he chugged it faster than Raquel. Go ahead.
Unfortunately,
she ain't letting that go. I'm not letting that go.
Bailey says you don't got to worry about that. That's not always. But yeah, he took a lot of bumps, obviously, and obviously we're gonna talk about fans later on during the show because they need to know sometimes you gotta stay in your lane, and when you cross a line, you don't expect to be rewarded for it. And I love what Pierce was saying. Just don't come across me, and you know what I'm saying, because it might not be pleasant. So. Salute to
okay. I'm like what I do, and I just remember what I said about Raquel. But it's true.
Hey.
It's true. He out chugged her. For a man that supposedly don't drink and now
live out and live basically said this is easy work.
Listen, Dom is in the clip right now. Usually I go. What else we got here?
I think Trout might froze up momentarily.
Oh, can
There you go.
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, what do you think is next for Adam Pierce after this? Are we gonna see Adam Pierce get removed at some point, or are we getting a villain arc where he now takes matters to his own hands now?
I see. I think that's the where we're going. I don't think that FAFO came out of no. The FAFO came out of nowhere. Thank you, baby. The FAFO when starting at FAFO hat line was very calculated. So I think if he's probably going to be more vindictive, he's going to be more of an aggressive GM where he's not going to take no. He don't take stuff now, but clearly he might not be. He might be a little more on the aggressive side if you push the wrong button.
Yeah, because he definitely had his button pushed because these two, Oba in general, that was strike one because Brock comes out. Heyman was for talking for almost 10 minutes. Brock was like, I had enough of this. Let's go. Let's run these hands. Oba comes out. Security's waiting on him. Destroys the security and tosses one of them like a newborn.
Yikes, man!
I mean, that goes to show you how much he was the man back in Alabama when he was doing the shot putting and all that.
Yeah.
That clearly shows why he was the man down there. Adam Pierce tried to stop him, and then for the first time that I've seen since the pandemic, when Roman Reigns put hands on him, Oba swatted this man out the way.
Really
they're really hyping up this. Like you said multiple times, it's kind of Savage, Hogan, that one big fight feel.
Yeah.
But Triple H had to come out in the middle of it, and I was at first I'm like, don't don't smack.
Don't get hurt, Paul. Don't get hurt.
That
it shows you how much they're invested.
I like this fight.
Look, if Triple H is leaving Gorilla,
I feel so. Having Triple H come out there was definitely a good move. What did you think about the whole standoff with Oba and the Beast Incarnate?
If Triple H is leaving Gorilla, he's leaving Gorilla for a reason, and he clearly is all in on this match. So he didn't come out and try to stop Roman and Punk all these weeks. He came out to stop this one. He's all in on trying to make some magic with Oba Femi for sure. And he is showing that we're going to make sure that this match is built the right way. So y'all had y'all two face-off. You had your two wins last week. Let's fall back. But when they get to H-Town next week or Sacramento on that final Raw before Mania, I don't know what to expect. But Oba Femi before we get to Vegas, Oba Femi's going to eat at 5. He's going to eat at 5 for sure.
I'm glad they did what they did because they had to have that little break into like Oba's gonna get hit in the final stop. So I'm looking forward to that. But we have one and only WrestleFaith is in the
Hey.
What I thought.
What's up, Big Goose? What's up, OTC?
What's going on?
What's going on, Faith? We all good? How you feeling? Cousin?
I'm good. Just got through working. Mad because my camera on my laptop has been down for, I don't know, all week. Maybe a week and a couple of days. And this is a brand new laptop, so I'm feeling away.
I don't blame you. I think Trail's gonna froze up right quick, so we'll give him a second. But I'm gonna get your thoughts. What were your thoughts on the latest standoff with Oba and Brock this past Monday in the Garden?
Now look. Don't tease me with a good time. Okay?
Yeah.
I've been calling it Nigerian ruler meets Mr. Moose Knuckle. Okay. Mm-hmm. I love big meaty men slapping me. I'm gonna just be 100% with you.
Okay, Biggie.
Ever since Biggie said it, I'm like, yes, I get it now. Mm-hmm. But to be honest, I'm more hyped for that match. There are a couple matches that I'm super hyped about, and some other ones where I'm like, yeah, okay, leave it, take it or leave it. But if they do this right, Big Oos, if they do this right, Oba comes out at the end of this looking like the megastar that he is. If you are the man to put Brock Lesnar down at WrestleMania, give him whatever title he wants at that point.
You ain't getting
how could you not? How could you not? And I don't think this stops at WrestleMania. I have a dream, a hope, and a wish, okay? I'm hoping for at least 2 to 3 more interactions or matches, because we know Triple H and WWE, they love to do trilogies when the matches are that good. I'm hoping we see this kind of carry on off and on until we get to SummerSlam. And what the company can do is have Oba retire Brock in his hometown. And just like I said, don't even say nothing. Don't put him in no qualifying matches for number one contender. Just let him point at a title and be like, .1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm not against it. I'm definitely not against that.
It's gonna be a minute. I know we want Oba to just come out and have him win, but having him go into like the King of the Ring tournament and winning the King of the Ring tournament, kind of like how Brock Lesnar won the King of the Ring and pretty much make the stake to his legacy by beating The Rock at that SummerSlam. They should follow that blueprint, because they followed the Royal Rumble blueprint by having him come out first and have him destroy, most of the field, tossing them over. They should follow that same rookie season and if they're gonna crown him champion, have him win the King of the Ring, have him destroy who was up in the tournament, and then maybe have like a little test in the finals. Or maybe they run it back for Rusev, or maybe you get I don't know who will be in the finals. Would it be Jay? Would it be Jacob? Give him that, and then have him go to SummerSlam and have another big win of his career and dethrone Roman Reigns.
I could see that. I think you're right. I think you are hitting the nail on the head, so to speak. OTC, they are following Brock's rookie year. And I think Brock chose Oba.
I can
I
see
think
it
so
now.
too.
It's starting to look like it. Really starting to look like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really starting to look like it.
I think Brock sees himself in Oba. I think he sees Oba's potential and is like, I feel safe leaving my spot with him.
Mm-hmm.
That passing of the torch that we've seen throughout the years. We saw it when Undertaker slapped Roman on the chest and was like, this is your yard now.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it with Triple H trying to do that with Seth back in the Authority days.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen the passing of the torch moments. And I think this would be a great person for Brock to pass that torch to. Also, Brock, you kind of got to make up for some stuff, bro. You owe the melanated sort. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got some receipts, Rock.
So the 40 acres the 40 acres in the meal, he's taking care of it through Obafemi.
like, come on, like when Kofi said avenge us, I felt that. I was like, hell yeah, Kofi, avenge us. I'm with that. And shout out to the Chaos Collective. I see ya.
Yeah.
I see
Shout
ya.
out to the girls. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the girls.
They're getting rested up for Vegas. They're getting rested up for Vegas.
But yeah, and it's funny because people say, "Oh, Brock don't like Brock's racist." Blah blah blah. Why would he handpick Obafemi if that was the case? If this was his call to help push this man, then that's obviously we got to give Brock Lesnar more credit for being mindful of the business because this shows pretty much maturity on Brock's part because when he was the younger days, he didn't appreciate the business because he didn't grow up a fan of the business.
Mhm.
JR was like, you big, you fast, you go WWE.
Basically, that's it.
And then when he came back from UFC, it was all about a payday. Look, listen, I'm just here, get my money, F5 a few people, I'm going home. Like, don't call me for another 6 months. I'll be back again, get my payday, F5 some people, and go home. Now we're getting the Brock Lesnar that's giving back.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Which is a good thing because even him, and then seeing his interviews that he's been doing lately,
Yes.
and it's like you gotta learn, you gotta have more appreciation for Brock. I mean, he's definitely a family man. He said all the accolades that he's done don't matter as long as my kids are doing right by me. My kids are being respectful. My kids are, he takes pride when people say that, hey, your kids are good boys.
Yeah.
So it's like Brock Lesnar, the human, it's. I know some people going out there like, no, he's not. He's still guilty of what? Being a freak. Listen, all married men are freaks.
Speaking of freaks, Nessa, really?
You know what? Let her do what she doing. I will say this.
That was a subliminal, Faith.
Hey, this isn't none of my business, but I'm gonna say this respectfully. Nessa, be careful how you stretch. We don't need injuries.
Okay, come on, tell the truth.
Hashtag yoga.
I said something about Brock on this very show some time ago.
Refresh.
And it was not nice. It was not kind. It was not considerate. It was just all from a place of man hater. We'll just leave it like that. Mm-hmm. And you know what, Brock, you big moose knuckle, I apologize.
Wow. The big moose knuckle.
I apologize, Brock. You and your man bun, although you got done up the last couple of weeks, I apologize. And not because I'm like, oh, I feel sorry that this big juicy Nigerian is about to knock you on your ass. No.
John, nope.
I apologize because
nope.
I hate you,
Yep. No. No. No.
You know I was about to ask, right?
Yep. No.
Like, there's no way, right? There's no way, right? Shout out to Glorilla, man. Shout out to Glorilla. You know what I'm saying?
I apologize, you big Michigan moose knuckle, because
Can a man have a moose knuckle?
It's not even from Michigan.
I know he's not, but I've always hated you just because everybody else hated you. And I let that hate fester and turn into, I really do hate this dude. When it wasn't until recently that I was able to have the mind to understand your character. So my bad, big moose knuckle, my bad. Do you? But you got to get these receipts, okay? And they coming in the form of Obafemi.
Face apologies have been hilarious since Friday.
No, dude,
I mean, there's a lot of stuff I didn't know she was apologizing for. I'm like, wow.
Apologize.
I got a whole list of diabolical stuff I said.
Yeah, that should be your final decree. Like, I would like to apologize for the following and just be like,
You know what? I don't know if y'all see the year the ESPYs when A-Rod was on his, apology tour. They did this bit where Dr. Ken comes out and A-Rod's presenting an award, and he basically reads off a laundry list of things that A-Rod wants to apologize for. So Faith gets somebody, she be the A-Rod where she just sits there and she hits that pose and have somebody just reading off comedically everything she apologizes for. And it was like, and everything like Dr. Ken's like, I'm sorry that I spoiled the ending to Avengers. I'm sorry. Stuff like that. But yeah, that's funny.
That's pretty much how it's gonna go. May 9th is my last live stream with ATD for Backlash, and at the end of that, I got a whole list. It's a lot of Triple H on there. Okay, the Rock's on there. Said some stuff about him. There's quite a few people on there that I got to make apologies to, wrestlers and non-wrestlers. I'm gonna just say that.
This is gonna be purgatory. This is gonna be purgatory.
Is JC Jane on that list?
Yep, Juiceless is on there.
Okay.
You
might have to worry about that after Saturday.
Dark State's on there.
Wow, I didn't know you was talking about the
YGs.
I know why. I know why.
Dang, Hornswoggle. God.
Hornswoggle?
Oh, shit. Yeah, man.
You was clowning Hornswoggle?
I called him a little tampon one time. Like, yo.
No.
A tampon?
I do too much, y'all.
What a Hornswoggle?
Listen, man, I need to be front row present when you read off this decree, man.
That makes two of us. I'm definitely going to popcorn.
We might have to do a collab for that one. Because Backlash, we might have to talk.
Popcorn and Pepsi.
If this is gonna be Face Swan Song, we need to make it into a party.
The last acknowledgement.
There you go. That's it. That's it. The last acknowledgement.
I had to go back and watch a lot of streams, and I was like, oh my God, Gunther. I did Gunther hell around light.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You did. You went at that man.
Oh, his wife. His wife too. I gotta apologize to her.
Jenny, not the fashionista. Shout out to NXT UK. RIP NXT UK.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
But now, I'm glad you're here, Faith, because there's a lot of, you talk about apologies, and, this man still owes a lot of apologies. But first, he broke even on Monday by putting Roman Reigns to that table the same way Roman Reigns put him to that table a week prior.
Yeah, a slight difference.
Very, very, very slight difference. But what was your thoughts on this night? Because we talked about it earlier that day when he was like, should we be, worried a little bit? And I was like, yep.
I'll say this. One person I will not be apologizing to in the year of our Lord 2026 will be Phillip Brooks. Okay. Will not be apologizing to, and I quote the tribal chief, that old bitch. I ain't doing it. Okay. Phillip, you put my boy through the table. You didn't do it by yourself. Jamie Noble had to hold up Roman so you can get him up there and put him through the table. I've rewatched the footage. Your old ass knees was shaking and shivering. You did it though. You did it though. However, I fully expected that whole pack up to happen. I know Roman's, per his schedule, he's not going to be on Raw next week.
But he'll be in the Bay, though. He'll be in the Bay area.
He'll be in Sacktown.
With all the oozes, y'all.
All the oozes.
I need that whole front row to be full of Usos, like nobody but Usos. But I will say this. I feel like, how can I say this without saying it? I feel like no, you didn't. I feel like Phillips got some protection. And I feel like Phillip has protection of the Samoan sort. And I missed it at first, but as I normally do, I go back and watch the Raws and SmackDowns after I calm down and have stopped cussing out 6 or 7 people. And what I saw was full protection of one of the bloodline for him and LA Knight, to be honest.
You're talking about you're talking about 2 dudes who should have been out there Monday night then, or they were too busy soaking over the fact that they lost the tag team titles to a couple of young YTs.
I could be. I could be talking about one of them.
Because I'm like this. Roman sold everybody. He put the whole fam on notice. Y'all got every day to get at this dude. But when it comes to April 18th or 19th, he's mine. Last time I checked on the calendar, we was in March. That Monday Night Raw happened in March.
Right.
March 30th.
Right.
We had March 23rd, March 16th, March 9th, March 2nd. We had all these March.
He said after WrestleMania too. He said before.
He said before and after.
And you got you got 420, 421. Well, in the case 420, 420, 427. But April 18th and 19th, that's my day. And I would have thought. Now I guarantee you, when we get to H-Town Monday night, woo boy.
No, it's the Mooses in H-Town. You do know that, right?
Of course. And he's hosting, and someone's hosting a Monday Night Raw watch party that night.
Yes, he is. But
listen, if you just see his mama and brother there,
come on.
There's been times, it says Zilla on the marquee, but it's just Mama Zilla and the broskies. You know what I'm saying? And while Zilla's out handling the business somewhere in the ring. So if we only see Mama Zilla and the brothers on TVs, keep your eyes open. Just keep your eyes open. And to play on what Nessa was saying, they're gonna be in Sacktown. I need Jacob's old homie sitting front row. All of his homies. Front row.
Well, did you catch what Punk said? He's been kind of making light of it. He was like, I still ain't seen no Usos coming after me. They're a donut. Just wait. Number 1. Number 2, this ain't a spoiler. This is just my observations. Jimmy's been too cozy with the ops. I'm sorry. Jimmy been too damn cozy with the ops. I want to grab you by the end of your braids and ask you what the hell.
Yeah, because this is the time you should be all about family, but yeah, you still fraternizing with the lighter skin complexions.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go back to the night that Jimmy and Jay went out there and said, look, we ain't coming out here for Roman. This ain't got nothing to do with Roman, but everything to do with respect.
Mm-hmm.
We need you to apologize. There's cultural implications on why they need him to apologize. Y'all folks, Google, do your research to find all that out. What I'm saying is, when Jay went to push Punk, if you go back and watch, after that push, Jay was stepping back towards Punk to whoop his tail. What did Jimmy do? He pushed.
He was
Jay.
holding Punk.
He pushed Jay back and punched Punk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Punk looked at him and smiled. Then we see him the following week. He dapping up LA Knight.
Yeah.
Jay ain't trying to have no part of him.
Nope.
Then we see him in gorilla position telling Punk, hey, be easy, my brother's on the warpath. At first I was like, he warning Punk. No. If y'all get what I'm about to say, he was protecting Punk. Look at the interaction when him, Jay, and Roman were in the ring. Why Punk immediately punched Jay, but decides to wrestle around with Jimmy?
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy ran up too. He could have punched Jimmy too.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. That's what I thought he did at first, and I looked back and I'm like, oh, he just holding him.
He just holding him. So I think Jimmy, you being a little too leisurely with a man that just told Roman, I'm gonna bury you next to your dead uncle.
Mm-hmm. Which he legit, felt some type of way about it. That's why he wanted that apology. He agreed with Jay about the part that, he owes him an apology. But we still can't forget that the moment Roman and Jay started being on the same page, Jimmy wasn't feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been seeing that throughout. Go back some months. You can go all the way back to the Raw after when Jimmy and Jay came back together as a tag team. That was after Clash in Paris. When Roman came out and told Jay to his face, hey, this is what it's about. It's about family. You saw Jimmy in the background looking sour.
Yeah, you say, nah, man, not again. Basically, that's what it is. They're going, not again.
Jimmy, since Thunderdome era, has never wanted Jay to be on the same page with Roman.
Ever.
That's right.
Because what do you tell him? What do you tell him after you screwed him at the World Heavyweight Championship? I don't want you ending up like him.
Right. And then what did he say when he came back during the whole I ain't nobody's bitch era? What was his whole explanation about why he betrayed Jay at SummerSlam?
He didn't want him to become Roman Reigns.
And that is still holding true. Jimmy, one of the characters of the Bloodline that has always stayed true to how they felt is Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he was heel Jimmy or face Jimmy, what was the one thing that he's always held to? I'm the big brother.
Mm-hmm. He's his brother's keeper. And he's always going to be his brother's keeper.
Exactly. And when his brother dumped him and gave Cody Rhodes all this praise, that's when Jimmy went heel and got pissed. Well, what did Jay just do to Jimmy the other week? Jimmy said, you cost us our tag titles. What was Jay, or you got us in this tag match? And what did Jay say? I don't give a damn.
I don't give a damn about them titles.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy's fed up with both of them.
Yeah. It's either Jimmy being fed up with the both of them, or eventually Jay's like, listen, man, this is about family. You talking to these other people. We ain't got time for this. So I think now is probably time for Jay to do something to Jimmy. Because we already got the Jimmy doing something to Jay. I think now it's time to flip it and have Jay do something and still be justified. Like, listen, you over here chumming it up with people who have gone out publicly and disrespected my family. You think I forgot when LA Knight kept saying my stupid family cost me the championship? Drew McIntyre, your stupid family cost me the championship. Yep. CM Punk, I'm going to bury you next to your dad. I don't see anybody else in your family coming after. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are disrespecting the family. And Jimmy just like, what's up, dog?
Put Cody on that list. Put Cody on that list. Your family's a bunch of goons. Put Cody on that list.
Yeah. Yeah. He said that.
And Aaron, I see your comment about you trusting Jimmy and Jay. You crazy to trust either of them right now.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Jay is unhinged and Jimmy is acting suspicious.
Yep. And I thought we was gonna get a crash out of Jimmy along with Jay, but nah, man. Like you said, Faye, he's been copacetic for the past 6 years, and when Jay was on his own, he was right there supporting his brother.
Listen to the words that Jay and Roman are using lately. We ain't heard Roman talk about smashing and wrecking and leaving in a long time. We've been dealing with a smooth, calm, GQ, calculated Roman. But as soon as Jay reminds him, smash them all. Roman didn't move until Jay said that.
He said, Joe, you know what to do, Oos. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. And he was like, he looked at him, looked at Punk, looked back at him, and was like, yeah, you right.
The spear came out, the rubber band came out the hair, and it was like, all right, it's go time.
Yeah, because like Jay was like, you ain't gonna let this dude slide, right? You forgot what he said, right? What you doing? You told us this for years, and I'm just now listening. I'm just now getting it, and you just gonna let him slide? And Roman didn't let him slide. So I'm loving this dynamic that's involving the family. Because I know, like we all said, this isn't over. We're gonna get more of this, and especially on the last night, the go home show, I need to see more Bloodline members in the building, in attendance, in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Having Punk walk by and just smile at him or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all recall? I forget. Damn it, who was it? It was years ago. Somebody was walking backstage, and every now and then their op would come up on the screen on the right or left of them, or they would come out from behind a door or a curtain. I forget who it was. I want to say this was like in the 2000s. That's what I want to see when Punk is walking out to the ring to address, especially in the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as you walking out to say whatever your trifling ass is going to say in the ring, I need to see just oozes popping out. I want to see Haku just get up all up in your face. Not say nothing. Just get up all up in your face.
I'm waiting for this to happen. Would WWE do it? Would WWE call him?
WWE ain't making that call. They sick of Keith.
Keith trying to sit this one out.
But we all been wanting it though, so it's but I get it. They don't want to. They got enough family members as is.
I think the oozes we see are the names that he name dropped that are still present in the family.
Yeah.
Lance was still tied to WWE in a way.
Mm-hmm. It's mysterious firing.
Yeah, so I could see that. I could see some of the. However, it is the family's getting involved, whether it's them just being shown on screen, them at ringside sitting and looking at Punk crazy, and Punk trying to poke the bear. But I think we see them more involved once Mania comes. I think they walk down with Roman to the ring.
Yep. And one of the final matches they were put together at Mania came out of a whim, and that is, Adam Pearce was trying to warn Paul Heyman, like, did you read the emails? And, Paul was like, I don't do emails. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know all, I see all. And this line that he dropped is so legendary. He was like, he's the last manager from the 80s, and he's the last promoter from the 90s. And I'm like, that is a flex of the truth.
True. It's true.
Shots fired.
True.
And I'm like, this is why he to go. That's why he was to go. But Pierce is like, well, if you read your email, you would have known that the charge against Seth Rollins was dropped, and that he's medically cleared, which we eventually knew he's gonna be medically cleared come Mania. And then he came out, trench coat and all, looking like the guy from Jeepers Creepers. Came out there, he was about to, stomp Paul Heyman to oblivion, but he got saved by the unlikely hero. And that is the only ring general, the career killer himself, Gunther. Jumped Seth, choked him out, basically challenged him to a match at WrestleMania. People online, and this is how you know people don't use logic and watch the actual product for what it is, are complaining that, this match is all of a sudden, comes up too short. Why they even bothering having this match? And let me just break this down on why we're getting Gunther and Seth Rollins. Rollins' opponent, Braun Breaker, is still injured. He's not cleared for compete. Otherwise, that would have been his original opponent. It was rumored that Gunther was supposed to face Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio got injured. Got some cracked ribs. He also was very adamant about his son retiring him, not Gunther. You people honestly don't think that Triple H is going to leave his two prime players on Monday night without a WrestleMania match?
Speak on
So Gunther is at the top right now. He's not going to sit out. Seth Rollins is coming back. Why he's going to sit out? These are two marquee guys. Both of them got opponents that are injured. So you might as well just stick these two together, just to tie everyone else over to everybody else gets right. I got Gunther winning this one. I don't see Seth winning this, but this is one of those. Usually I would say they booked themselves in the corner, but this one is like, I see why they booked these two together because you got to have them. So, but John, what was your thoughts? Because your face was the same as mine, same as JoJo's, and Nessa when the ring general showed up out of nowhere and put belt to ass.
I was shocked as hell because I swear I thought it was Braun Breaker. Now there has been some updates that Braun Breaker will be cleared, and they just want to keep this to have something to go for after Mania. It wouldn't shock me one bit if Braun Breaker got involved in this match. It would shock me that he got out of nowhere. We already know it don't take much for Braun Breaker to spear anybody. You blink and you blink, boom. Yo, JoJo, that's wild. you blink, boom, you hit with a spear, and he's probably headed for the hills. But as far as with Gunther, like you said, they're not keeping this dude off. Everyone, look, because we all felt like go back to our conversation earlier about Melo. We thought this could set up him and Gunther and Dragunov, which would have been dope. If you haven't seen them go at it, you're missing out. It would be dope. But him and Seth, obviously, we're probably gonna hear from Gunther on Monday why he attacked Seth, and he's gonna make it just put all the pieces together because they're gonna put some type of story that makes it seem like okay, it makes sense but doesn't make sense. But I'm here for it because styles makes fights, and Seth Rollins can wrestle with anybody from Bronson Reed to Omos. So why wouldn't he be able to handle a match with Gunther?
Faith?
I was definitely shocked. Wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Braun Breaker because I was seeing the same reports John just mentioned.
I saw the video.
Right.
By the way, that masked person, everyone now know. I know that I can confirm that wasn't Braun. That was Roxanne Perez.
That's who I thought. Like
that was Roxanne Perez. You go
sure didn't move like a female. No offense.
They had her. Them clothes was pretty heavy, but they showed when she did a TikTok, basically telling her day. So she had to go out there in the black hoodie and stuff so they could get her under the ring before she came out and they belt the ass on La Primera.
She looked good, but when it comes to Seth and Gunther, I think the best way for them to connect it, because I'm already seeing people, it don't make sense. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think the best way to connect it is just to simply
Kenzie.
say he's hired. He's hired hand.
Mm-hmm.
Because Paul Heyman came out and he fully expected Brock to deal with Seth. That's what he told Seth. FAFO. FAF5. I hate that shirt, by the way.
It doesn't fit him. It don't fit him.
It don't, and it looked like the 2K soccer logo, the FIFA or whatever. It
Yeah.
I don't like it. But I think that's the way you do it. You say, look, Brock got tied up. He can't count on Braun Breaker right now. Bronson Reed's injured.
Mm-hmm.
So who's the next best to go to? They trying to build Gunther as this next assassinator of careers. You heard Michael Cole and Corey Graves refer to him as the killer of careers on Monday night. So I think it would make sense because Paul told us, he's like, look, the men in my family will have you arrested. We ain't about to do no physical with you.
Mm-hmm.
So you pay somebody else to do your physical.
Listen, I don't know if he asked Gunther or maybe Gunther was just happened to be walking by and say, "Oh, there's goes someone I can beat up. Hold my jacket real quick." You know what I'm saying? That could be just it because when he was done, he walked right past Paul Heyman, didn't even look at him, nothing. He just went about his business. So I would be surprised if Paul Heyman just shows up and be like, "Thank you."
You know what? What if Gunther just did that because he felt like he shouldn't be left off of Mania? I'd take that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I give a theory from my brother Matt from That's Freaking Wrestling. What is this is Gunther basically telling Paul, I want Brock next.
Hey, it could be. It could be. Listen, like I do this favor, but I'm the career killer, and Paul, the man has no problem selling your soul for profit.
True.
So, and we all talked about if there's anyone that should retire Brock Lesnar, there should be Gunther, and if it is going to be SummerSlam, that's his payment. Because you know how Paul Heyman works with favors.
Y'all might have cooked with that right there. Y'all had some flavor on that right there.
Shout out to Matt. When I saw Matt tweeted that, I was like, you know ball, brother. You know ball.
Yeah, and it's perfect sense too. Or maybe he did it just because, and then later on, like, hey, I took care of that Seth problem, by the way, so you kind of owe me this. I want Brock. SummerSlam. Make it happen. Or I can break you.
Look, Paul didn't took enough hits. I'm concerned about Paul's health. Okay, Paul taking bumps every week. I do have another thought, and we've seen WWE do this before they lead up to a big 1v1 match. How crazy and far-fetched is it to think that you put Oba and Seth together and you put, let's say that Gunther is working with Paul or however they connected, but you put Brock and Gunther together after Mania, have them in some kind of tag match. This is a dream match. I'm just saying. Because the speculation is that Seth called Oba. Seth
he is the architect.
He is the architect. Seth wasn't clear when Brock came out.
Nope.
And let's be real, Seth knows Paul. He knows how Paul moves. So he would be expecting Paul to run to Brock like he normally does.
Yep.
So
that's why he didn't look afraid.
That's why he didn't look afraid. Let's say he countered that call with Oba. The one man who wouldn't be afraid of Brock. Somebody that Brock ain't never dealt with. So you put them together, have a tag match, and then lead up to Gunther and Brock. Because they have put opponents on the same tag teams throughout the years before.
Right. Now, let me ask you this, though. When's the last time you ever seen Brock Lesnar in a tag team?
We haven't. But
He don't get along with people.
When the last time Brock in War Games, but he did it.
That was the only time, because it was Carnage. Him tagging in and out. That man don't like to be stand on the apron just waiting. I would. Now, I'm not going to say it never happened, because, never say never. That's always been the WWE motto. But it's like Brock has always been that solo hunter, type of person. So him being in a ring, sharing the ring with someone that he knows might want to take him on later. Mm-hmm. There's one thing Brock Lesnar has always been, and one of them has never been stupid.
You are right. He knows good business when he sees it.
Like he's never played stupid. He may look stupid depending on who you ask, but he's never been stupid. But you never know. You never know, because it is Brock. But pretty much with Gunther getting his match with Seth, that also another match came about that was announced, and that was I had it. Where'd it go? Listen, it involves these three. Now, this looks photoshopped, if you ask me, but it's not.
It's a real picture.
But it does look like ISO Speeds photoshopped himself in that tag team. But anyway, the Usos lost their tag team titles, which was another championship loss within 72 hours on the road to WrestleMania. They lost their titles to Austin Theory and Logan Paul. The Brass Knucks played a big part. And unwillingly, so did ISO Speed. He was invited to be in the front row. He was there, chilling, minding his business.
Next to Logan Paul's mom.
Yeah.
An old lady, which, has been confirmed as Logan Paul's mom, gave him the Brass Knucks. And ISO was like, nah, man, you can't do that. You can't do that. And he got dragged. And this is what I was telling John on Monday. Let's stall him out. Because he got dragged into that predicament that he expressed he did not want to be a part of. And he inadvertently, in the end, cost the Usos tag team championships. Faith, first, what was your thoughts when the Usos lost some titles? And three, should ISO Speed put out a will or belly up on his life insurance? Because like Paul Heyman said, Uso's gonna kill him.
First, I'll answer your first question. You already know I'm biased, okay? When it comes to my boys, that was some bull. I'm gonna just call it how I gotta see it. We ain't even get a decent little run with them because Jimmy was gone for a majority of the time after they won the titles. And I understand why he was gone. I ain't mad about that. So I didn't like it in some faction, small fraction. I understand it. It's an end to a means, to a greater means.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think this is going to lead to a Mania match that none of us want to see.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to lead to a 6-man tag. Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to be Division and Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight. And to answer the second question, no, I don't think he needs to take out, or protect himself. Well, let me run it back. He does need life insurance, but not from the Usos, from LA Knight. If you follow LA Knight on Twitter, he made it damn clear he's whooping ISO Speed first chance he get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can see, to be honest, John and Faith, I can see the Usos and LA Knight losing that match. Some reason Jay and LA Knight are going to get in each other's way.
Yep, and Jimmy's gonna try to. He's gonna try to save the friendship.
And Jimmy's probably going to be the one to take the pinfall, or maybe it's going to be Jay. One of those Usos getting pinned at WrestleMania.
I think it'll end up being Jay, unfortunately. JoJo, don't kill me.
IShow Speed is going to have his WrestleMania moment. Which is I'm happy for the kid, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to all these athletes and entertainers that are coming in. And not just coming in, they're training as they come in. And every celebrity that's been a part of it so far has been training and has done a good job. From Jelly Roll, IShow Speed was in the Rumble, had one elimination. And then obviously he got paused, he got rammed by Breaker. So I'm anxious to see how IShow's actually going to do. He probably won't be in much, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be the crash test dummy of that team.
Well, I think he'll do okay. He's been training with Randy. And you can tell that he's bulked up in muscle over the last few months, which I think he is taking it very seriously. I agree with you. You know, you got people coming in who aren't, you know, quote unquote part of the wrestling world, but they are honing their craft. And as much as I hate Lane Pickle, I gotta give him his flowers. Logan Paul is a student of wrestling, and he studies, and he's working with one of the greats, Shawn Michaels. But
he hasn't been sued by Heyman yet.
If the Usos had to drop them titles just for this match to happen, so IShow Speed could get his moment at Mania, I think they could have went another route, because did we forget this man is cursed?
Yeah.
Danhausen cursed him. You could have put him in a Mania match with Danhausen.
It's cursed.
Kind of like
and he upped the ante to get uncursed, and shows like I'm not paying that.
Right. And so you got double curse. So we've already seen Mania where we had Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. We could have had a moment where we had a great fun match with Danhausen and IShow Speed. You know? But no.
I have a question. What if IShow Speed? What if IShow Speed gets the pin on one of the Usos?
There's no way, bro.
I will burn the nation. I'm sorry. I will burn the nation. Ain't no way in hell.
I can see that happening, bro. And Faith, like, he's a human test dummy, and something happens. Jay and LA Knight cancel each other out, and then somehow IShow Speed's lifeless body gets the 1, 2, 3. And he's standing there half dead. He's standing there half dead with his arms in the air, like, wait, I won? kind of like this.
I see where you're
but more dead.
But more dead. I see where you're going. But I'm hoping, because this man is still cursed, and if you saw his latest post, oh boy is losing it. IShow Speed is losing it. Like, he called somebody a green apple something. Like, I don't know what's going on with him, but what I'm hoping is that his curse, since the Vision want him on their side, that his curse costs them.
Or Logan Paul is rich. He can help out IShow Speed and pay off Danhausen to get that curse lifted. Like, what if we see, you know, an interaction in the back, you know, Danhausen takes some money and, you know, and he does that and it's over. The curse is lifted.
I forget who said this, but this was not my idea. What if the only way you could break the curse is by Danhausen pinning you?
But then he was required to have a match with them.
Exactly.
But
That's
he's
why
in
I'm
the
saying
triple
they
threat.
missed
He's in the
the
tag team though.
I know, but I'm saying that's why they missed the opportunity.
Yeah,
By
but
the way, Danhausen, thank you for doing God's work because I saw Cody was writing all on your merch and you went to go look for him. Go on and curse him all day long. I appreciate you.
The one thing Danhausen doesn't say no to is money. So if I Show Speed can come up with that moolah, or as Space likes to call it, the mungan, he's getting that curse lifted.
Wait a minute. Is the going rate 20 million? Is it $20 a million?
20 million or something like that.
Listen,
Logan Paul got money. Logan Paul can help him out. I think I Show Speed's worth more than Logan Paul, so I think he'll be forced to come up with that money and pay.
I think either way it's going to be interesting. I do kind of want to see what I Show Speed can bring to the ring. I know he's not going to be in there a whole bunch, but I'd rather watch I Show Speed in a match than Jelly Roll versus what's his name?
Wilson. That's Monty's boo thing right there. Shout out to Monty.
Everyone loves the Kit Wilson chat. Hey, everyone loves Kit Wilson. Everyone's loving Kit Wilson right now.
But I'm a stand. If this happens, I want my Mungan. I Show Speed will pin somebody at WrestleMania.
I lose my edge if that happens.
I want my. If there's a bet in Vegas that says I Show Speed will pin somebody, I'm taking that bet.
You know what?
We'll go by the Tuscany Saturday morning and find out.
What if it's not the Usos he pins?
It could be LA Knight.
It could be LA Knight.
That'd be so bad for Knight.
But he's pinning somebody. That's gonna be my bet. He's pinning somebody at Mania.
Somebody.
But it would be extra more to the sauce that if one of those guys he pins is the Uso.
Lord, at that point, just break them up. At that point, just call it a day. Don't even bring back together no more. Just call it a day.
So
I got a feeling the Usos ain't breaking up yet because Xavier and Kofi keep running their mouth.
It's I think when they're done, that's when they break up. That climactic end. But with that 6-man tag being added, this is basically how Mania is looking. So this is pretty much so far the night 1 card, which is all in the fire yellow background. And then this is so far all of the night 2 card, which is all in blue.
So we got
12, 10 years later, they're bringing back the Intercontinental ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. We're getting Dom and Finn. Hopefully by then, it'd be hashtag, as everyone always says, Man Panties Finn. The Demon would be back. Looks like we're getting Trick and Sammy for the title, which, wasn't necessary. Gunther's. Yeah, it's still time. Gunther, Rollins, we just talked about. The women's tag team match, the Fatal 4-Way, which, we all was talking about that's going to wind up happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's not official yet, but it looks like it'll be Jacob and Drew instead of Nick Aldis. Oh, it's official now?
It's unsanctioned.
Right. Unsanctioned. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It is an unsanctioned match. Which I can still see Nick Aldis getting involved. Stephanie, Liv. I'm so looking forward to that one. I can't wait to see that one. And then the whole Jay to Rhea match just turned to 180, so I don't even know now who's going to win that one.
Yeah.
And we still got possibly more matches to add based off Monday. By the way, EO, glad you're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, that woman dodged a catastrophe.
Could have broken her neck.
She landed square on the back of her neck. I'm glad it was the back of the neck because it kind of bent. Luckily, these women are flexible because if that was the crown of her head, that would have been bad.
the more every time I see it now, and I haven't been trying. I've been trying to avoid it, but the more I've seen it like all day today, man, that looked bad. Good God, dude.
I think she knew it was coming because if you look at the footage, she tucked her head as quick.
Yeah.
As
So shout out to her for adjusting on the fly. Because like I said, had she landed on her head, that would have been a bad situation. And like John said, that match hasn't even been added yet. Though the Asuka and Io, we're anticipating that to be added.
And,
I think we get 2 more matches.
I do too, and most of them gonna be women.
Asuka posted a video of her basically going off on Kyrie again. But in the midst of it, she tells Io stay away from Kyrie Sane.
Yep. And I think that rumor about WWE considering adding Kyrie Sane to this match, that might come to fruition between now and Sacramento.
Definitely possible.
Because I think the rest of the matches that are going to get added are women. Because we still got to figure out the Women's United States Championship situation as well. She got to be Julie's defended against somebody.
She beat Tiffany, but I think somewhere, I don't know how, but Chelsea or Kiana James is going to factor into this picture.
I saw a picture of Chelsea walking around without her boot on.
Yeah, she was down at the Steelers. Well, she was down at the Steelers facility last week when SmackDown was in Pittsburgh. And then, as Trail pointed out, she called out Lola Vice last week on AAA without a boot.
She might be cleared.
She might be, and she's still using the wheelchair on SmackDown as a gimmick too. When she finally gets up out of that chair, and everybody's like, "Ooh, you not injured?"
Let's pull to Kevin Nash. Because she's still trying to play.
Listen, seeing her get pushed around by Tiffany was hilarious to me.
Yeah, it was. You know, I have this thought, and it's kind of a fear because I think Julia should be on the card for Mania, but I got a feeling if they do that, women's
it's gonna be on SmackDown.
It's gonna be on SmackDown.
That was so stink. Could that be the only women's title? That'd be the only women's title not defended at Mania.
I think they will choose because if you think about it,
at least a kickoff show.
The 6-man tag hasn't been made official yet. So I think that's one of the matches that could be coming. And then the other one, if they have to choose between Julia versus whoever for the U.S. title or Io, Asuka, and Kyrie, they're going to go with Io, Asuka, and Kyrie.
But that's 2 Raw matches. Then you gotta have some like balance for SmackDown, though, right?
Yeah, it needs to be the Women's United States Championship. I think that's the only one left. So because thank God, General's match was on SmackDown and not WrestleMania, so it has to be the Women's United States Championship. They gotta figure out. Oh shit, J. Cole is going to play in China. Anyway,
Cold world.
But John, I got a question because you saw SmackDown, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I was on the live on Friday with the women of ATD.
Shout out.
And we had a ball when this part happens. And Faith, when I remind you of what happened, you're probably going to die laughing again. You remember when Cody was arriving to the building?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, did you catch the part when the guy came out the bathroom? Listen, somebody crop dusted wherever that man came from. Somebody crop dusted because that man came out like, woo!
I was like, whoever backstage was supposed to tell him to stay in the bathroom, you have one damn job, bro.
Dude, this dude.
And looking back at it, I saw the sign on the door. It was the men's bathroom, so he probably crop dusted that himself after eating that catering and came out and say, damn, don't go in there and probably like, dude, you on TV? Ah, shit.
Dude, in that moment, I forgot Cody was even on the screen. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go back and look. Yeah, now I gotta go back and look because I remember when that happened. How did I pass that scene up?
It was hilarious. The dude just came out and was like,
Hey,
That
man,
was so hilarious.
sometimes you gotta go. You gotta go. Learn.
Because I'm looking at Faith. I'm like, hey, did he just crop dusted in there?
Wait, and then you said you brought up my whole story about crop dusting at church.
No, I just said he crop dusted.
Oh, see, now I gotta apologize to you because I thought you had brought up. God
I
damn.
said that specifically to as a reminder, but I didn't actually say that you crop dusted in church. I just said, hey, that man crop dusted in there.
Damn, I just told on myself. God damn it.
It's okay. I mean, it's not the first time you told you yourself. You openly admitted it in one of the episodes that you crop dusted it.
This
So,
is true.
It's
I
okay.
will say that that man coming out was one of the greatest moments of SmackDown on Friday.
Listen, that was hilarious. Like you said, I forgot Cody was even there because that
stole the show.
That would have been funny if it was a black guy and he had a can of Lysol.
Uh-uh.
Don't do that, man.
And that was on national TV.
That would have ended the show right there. Nobody's paying attention to the rest of the show.
That was hilarious, man. Shout out to whoever that backstage handler was. Your 15 minutes of fame was legendary, sir. Big ups to you. But before we get off the mania talk, news broke yesterday morning. A certain someone's childhood hero made an announcement on the internet.
Keep going. I'll be right back. Keep going. I'll be right back.
Mr. John Cena, the Unseen 17, which, by the way, Faith, I said when I first saw this, I had to make sure this was an AI because where did John get all this hair from?
No, he told us. Remember, he went overseas and got some hair thing done.
After he retired?
No, he did it during his retirement tour. He was talking about it. Whose show was he on? Was it Pat McAfee? I can't remember.
Oh no, yeah, no, I'm talking. But it looks like he got more hair since then.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Bro, and it's darker.
And it's darker.
He was shooting for Netflix. That could be a toupee.
Oh damn! Why you gotta do him like that?
I did. I'm sorry. God damn.
And now you gotta apologize to John now.
Do I really though?
It's Cena, man. You know what I'm saying? What does he do to you? He beat down Cody.
It wasn't enough.
I mean, what do you like? I'm pretty sure John is having a wardrobe change right now. That's why he took off. But he's gonna get his R-Truth on and come back with the shirt. He's probably like going through his closet. Where the hell is my shirt? But Faye, what is your thoughts on pretty much the Unseen 17 making a surprise return? Is he doing this because it was planned, or are they trying to put more butts in seats?
I think it's both. And when I first saw his post, I immediately went back to and correct me if I'm wrong. I immediately went back to WrestleMania. Was it 28? Where Rock was the host and he interfered in Rock bottom Cena.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately thought about, Cena's definitely getting involved somewhere.
I mean, if he does that, does he go back on his retirement promise?
I don't think he goes back on his retirement promise. I'm not saying he gonna AA somebody, but I think if he does get involved in any match, it would be the Gunther Seth match.
Really?
Who retired? But I think it's cool. It makes sense. They're trying to put more asses in seats.
I know they got 4. They just guaranteed 4 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he didn't change? I fully expected you to come out.
No. I'm waiting for Trey to ask the right question. We talk about this everywhere. Just wait. Keep this discussion going.
Well, John, does this to put butts in seats, or the fact that we didn't get John Cena for the Hall of Fame, and on top of that, does the fact that John Cena is going to host WrestleMania, does this change your fit? Because you usually have your fits laid out. Okay, today I'm going to wear this. Today I'm going to wear that. I'm pretty sure you already had your Mania drip for Saturday and Sunday picked out. Does it change now? Because we might be in the building for night one.
I feel like we need drum roll.
Put me on a solo shot, please.
Oh, here we go.
Put me on a solo shot, please. Let me explain something right now. I was in Vegas last year, and I did not get a chance to see John Cena's last WrestleMania match. I was at WWE World. I had the John Cena Vegas shirt in my hand, and I turned it down because I went and bought the WrestleMania shirt because look, he was right there, and every main match was right there. Oh, main event from Saturday, main event from Sunday, the women's match, and that's I can't forget about Bianca and Io and Rhea. So I bought the WrestleMania I was here shirt. But from the time for WrestleMania to December, you want to know something? Last shirt from his last match. Oh, then don't forget the dang Chain Gang shirt. Oh, let's not forget that I went to Travis Scott's pop-up shop in WWE World and I got the Travis Scott wrestling his real shirt. That will remain infamous. I got the Thank You Cena shirt. I went and got the freaking You Can't Eat video game shirt. I got the shirt when he beat Dom Mysterio. I'm sorry, mommy. When he became a Grand Slam. I got another of the last time.
What is happening?
And then, of course, I had to order the first shirt. Trev got this shirt actually in person. I had to order it in like 2 months to get this when he was at Intuit Dome. And I'm in LA. And let's not forget, I went and bought these dang hoodies, man. I got the freaking both of the last timers now hoodies right here. You better believe I'm wearing some of this John Cena stuff in Vegas next week.
Listen, you know what? I still got the Chain Gang jersey in my closet, so I might have to pack that one. Just because.
You better believe I'm wearing some of these John Cena shirts. I spent my hard-earned money and buy these shirts, and I didn't get shirts. I only saw this man once because I saw him at Money in the Bank.
This is true.
Oh, you better believe I'm wearing these shirts in Vegas. And my goodness. Yes. But now on to so that's the main question. So we got that out the way. To the original two questions. Yes, I think this is a ploy to sell more tickets. And yes, I do think this is also to make up for the fact that he's deferring to AJ Styles for the Hall of Fame this year. Because, and I don't know if are we going to talk about the rumors about next year's WrestleMania sometime tonight, but we know now that could be that could be a change of pace now. Because of what's going on in our country.
Cena getting honored in Hollywood, where he's currently doing his regular smuggler job now. Oh, that's gonna be sweet.
Because obviously, what's going on in our country right now. But yeah, I will be wearing these shirts this week in 2 weeks when Fab Four Mania commences in Sin City, and please believe when I will be here, I will be wearing them shirts in Allegiant Stadium. I will find a way to wear one of these shirts on the plane home. These shirts are going to work and these hoodies are going to work. And let's not forget the WrestleMania hoodie I had on before the show started. That will definitely be there. But yeah, I will be putting these John Cena shirts to work. And not forget that he's probably gonna have a shirt that's gonna be on sale in WWE in the superstore for what he's probably gonna wear when he's hosting.
One last Cena merch.
Yeah, I'm not screwing up this time, Faith. I'm not screwing up this time.
I'm proud of you, Oos. Wear every one of them damn shirts. Just
Goddamn
put them
right.
all on, and throughout Mania, just take one off every 20 minutes.
Be like the dude wears the dude under every jersey at the game. Like, man, that's what, man. I'll be sweating up a storm in Allegiant Stadium, but dang it, I'm wearing these shirts this weekend. All right,
Yeah.
only one I've wore so far has been the Chain Gang shirt with me and Trail with the House of Glory. Shout out. But yeah, these will be put to work. These will be put to work.
But what John was alluding to, so there's WWE's already planning on removing Night of Champions from Saudi this year due to the war conflict in Iran. So they're also there, and they still got Crown Jewel as well coming up, and then the rumor of next year's WrestleMania. WWE is rumored to be in talks and considering pulling out of these Saudi shows, and for WrestleMania, it's up in the air of it being in Saudi. However, people were saying they should give it to New Orleans because they owe them one anyway, but they already gave them money in the bank. So from September to April, that's a little bit too close to have them run it back 2 times. But the city
I heard Cleveland today also.
But the city that's in high contention, and I've said this so many times since this war has broke off in Saudi, I said Los Angeles LA ain't doing nothing next year. And one of the reports are saying that LA is in high contention of getting WrestleMania next year. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't got to worry about flights. We can just leave from the comforts of our own homes and head all the way down there bright and early. That means, the Tejanas, they already been told, start planning your flights for to LAX next year, because now it's gonna be in our backyard now. So
think about this: the last four out of the last 5 WrestleManias,
LA and Vegas.
If this happens, with the exception of Philly, they've been on the West Coast.
Yep.
Vegas, LA,
and
Philly in the middle,
and all our crew is gonna be here. The Belt Collective, we are here in LA.
That's right. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And whichever night we don't go to Mania, John, you know where we might be gonna be streaming at?
I wonder where.
The biggest party in Baby Bros at downtown Long Beach. Basically, that's our residency right there as far as streaming. That's our home now. So imagine being in a sea of people for WrestleMania.
And by the way, tickets, if you're not going to be in Vegas, they do have tickets available right now for their WrestleMania watch party. So get them while they're hot.
For those of you that are in California, that's the place to be.
If you're in the SoCal area.
Tickets are selling out fast because Baby Bros have been selling out every time they do a PLE, and don't think they're not going to sell out for Mania, and they just might have a block party. Who knows?
Will sell out, and they will sell out. By the way, they are doing a free party this weekend for NXT Stand and Deliver. If you're in the LA area, obviously I know we know this is Easter weekend, people with their families, but if you want to get out and take the kids out Sunday,
that's true. Forgot about that.
That's right. You can go there. You can go down to the LBC and also go by and get you a marathon burger, RP Nip.
Yeah, listen, man, it's gonna be good. I'm hoping they do that because WWE World's gonna be right there at the convention center next to Staples Center.
Right.
So that's gonna be easy for me to get there at any time because there's trains and stuff that go there. So LA, get your biggest sales pitch because bring WrestleMania back. We had a good time at 39 when we was able to go to not one night but 2 nights. That was fire. And the fact that we got to worry about TakeOver is just gonna be Mania. Oh hell yeah!
Let's be clear. When WrestleMania was here 3 years ago, WWE World wasn't even in existence. It was just WrestleMania Access. Me and Terrell walked in there We walked in there; it was free. The line was around the building. We got in there probably like 20 minutes after we got off work. Went straight there, and we walked around, saw all the exhibits. Shout out to our boy Kenzie was in the building. Got to the Superstore, but WWE World in LA.
It's gonna be happening. It's gonna be right there at the convention center, and that place is big enough to have that. So
I got a question.
See,
I got a question.
what up, though?
I agree that WWE should pull these PLEs from Riyadh, especially with the current climate of things. But what if they already been in contract and took that money from them?
Well, I think there has to be some type of agreement where if the war is ended within a certain period of time, then they still have to be obligated to do it. Mm-hmm. But if not,
they're not going to risk their people. And the prince knows that.
If not, then they're going to have to they'll have to come to some type of compromise. But I think if this war is not resolved by the fall, and let me be clear, because sometimes we all know usually WrestleMania, that is when they start promoting for the following year. Mm-hmm. We even saw that when it was supposed to be in New Orleans, and obviously we know it got pulled. And then we were at Money in the Bank when they made the official announcement about Vegas, about WrestleMania being this year in Vegas. So it's gonna happen.
If they have to back out, they're gonna give them one of the other 4 pillars. They already got the Rumble, so they might give them SummerSlam.
I can see it.
To prolong it.
Mm-hmm. They might give them SummerSlam.
The partnership ain't dying. The partnership is gonna be there.
It's either gonna be SummerSlam or Survivor Series, but they gonna get one of the big 4. They're all the big 4. They're all Mania, or they might prolong it to 2028.
Which makes sense
to do that, but they're gonna get their PLEs that they paid for, or their spot on the calendar. But right now, with this war being hot, I am not. This is not a Vince McMahon led era anymore. TKO is not sending their people out there. Because this roster are definitely gonna be like, listen, I don't like it. So they're not gonna do that.
See them going. If they did say we still going, I don't see Talon getting on that plane.
They went last time.
Well, that's true, but it wasn't as bad as it is.
Yeah, it wasn't in Saudi. This time, Saudi's getting part of the issue. So we'll see.
I feel bad for those in Riyadh because they've been advertising Mania 43 for over a year now and promising some huge matches.
Now, if they bring this to LA, we gotta see Dwayne.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, 100%. They were gonna see him in Riyadh.
We gotta see Dwayne now. But anywho, that's WrestleMania. Now we're gonna get into. We got a PLE coming up this weekend. NXT Stand and Deliver, their biggest pay-per-view of the year for the NXT brand, and also be celebrating Baby Uso's sweet 16th birthday as well. Yeah. So it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a party.
Baby Uso.
Faith, I was gonna wait and let this happen on Saturday, but I'm just gonna tell you now. There will be a special guest joining you and Baby Oos for her Sweet 16. It's gonna be
I cannot hear what you just said.
Making them pudding pops ready.
Get your pudding pops ready, cause Yo, main squeeze Odell will be in the building for
like the Jello pudding.
Your baby, your big dog, your Kang is gonna be in the building for Stand and Deliver.
Hell no.
Cause he asked me, are we doing Stand and Deliver? I'm like, yeah, but I was like, well, Faith and Baby Uso is gonna be in the building for the birthday. He's like, cool, I'll be there. I'm like, oop, well, we're gonna have some entertainment then.
Yeah, because Baby Uso don't like him. So
I said what I said.
this gonna be different than what I thought. This gonna be
Yeah.
different.
And Baby U's gonna pop off, and I ain't gonna say nothing because it's her 16th birthday. And with that being said, NXT cooked at the Garden.
Yes.
The arena was packed, and I just want to give a shout out to these two here.
What a
Lola Vice, Kendall Gray.
Great. Yeah.
Two of the most polar opposites in fighting styles. Put on a classic, a banger at MSG. It's just baby MSG. I'm gonna call it the Little Mecca, because it's the theater at Madison Square Garden. So I'm gonna call it some Little Mecca. Not only did they put on a banger, it was the main event of NXT. The women once again main evented a show and put on a classic.
Main event at the Garden. Now, let me be clear. To continue your point. The last time they was at the Garden, the women main evented. Tatum Paxley, JC James headlined at the Garden. Again,
Right.
2 straight shows the women of NXT that headlined the Garden. Go ahead, bro.
And, we all knew Kendall Gray had the it factor. She's the amateur wrestler. Look at the lineage of people who came in as amateur wrestlers. Look at the career that they've had. Like, look at Chad Gable. He's had a good career. Kurt Angle, one of the greatest amateur wrestlers that ever came in, and look at the legendary career that he had. She's the female Kurt Angle. She's coming in. She's already going to tear up NXT. Now, what was so great about this, the fact of how well Lola Vice has gotten better as the year went on. Going to AAA, having matches in AAA all the time, honing her craft down there. One half of the mixed tag team champions, by the way. All that work she's been doing while she's not on camera. And it's showing because her and Kendall Gray, they matched so well for being two females with totally different backgrounds. Like Kendall came from amateur wrestling, Lola comes from MMA. You wouldn't think these two would mesh so well, and they did. So shout out to these women. The match ended in controversial fashion because, John picked Kendall Gray to win to go on to face JC Jane. I picked Lola Vice because I felt like it was her time. And it ended the same way it ended with, if I'm not mistaken, John, was it Taker and Kurt Angle?
Taker, Kurt Angle, think of.
Didn't Taker kind of tapped when Kurt Angle was taking that pin?
Yeah.
So that's how it happened. And we was like, well, who won? JC Jane and Fatal Influence was out there, and shout out to them for not getting involved in the match, which made the match even more special because it wasn't tainted at all. So, because she was invested on seeing, and it was so bad that even Shawn Michaels graced us with his presence because even he didn't know, what was going on. So what did they do? They went, they figured it out, and this morning, the new permanent general manager of NXT, Robert Stone, made the match that we all knew was going to happen. JC Jane, Lola Vice, Kendall Gray for the NXT Women's Championship. This is all but confirming that this should be JC Jane's final stand as NXT Women's Champion. And I'm not going to lie to you, Faith might reluctantly agree, but JC Jane has been a dominant champion. Her second reign was better than her first.
Yeah, it very was.
I'll give her some rose petals.
That's good enough. She put in the work. She's the former Knockouts champion as well. She held the Knockouts championship and the Women's NXT championship simultaneously, which is a history in itself. So shout out to JC Jane. But Faith, I'm gonna ask you, who do you got winning this match now, knowing that it's a triple threat.
My heart says Lola. My head says Kendall.
Mm.
We all want to see Lola come up. We all do. If you don't, I don't understand it. But I cannot and will not deny the footprint that Kendall Gray is leaving all around NXT. Can't deny it. I didn't think much of her for a little while. You know, I'm kind of standoffish. You got to grow on me in the right way. You got to have a little bit of cake.
Mm.
Okay? That's why me and Juiceless JC don't see eye to eye right now. But Kendall Gray, future. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I'm still gonna go with Lola. This would be a good payoff for her for all the hard work she's done. I know people are like, well, she's already, she has stuff going on in Mexico, and I'm like, well, AAA and NXT ain't the same, so you can have two different things going on at the same time. I mean, Dominic was Intercontinental Champion, and he was still going to Mexico as the reigning, AAA Mega Champion. So it's possible you can have two different titles and two different storylines
Exactly.
in WWE. So I think, and it's crazy because both these women both lost respectively to JC Jane in the past due to Fatal Influence. So I'm still gonna pick Lola Vice because what a moment. She's on the cusp of making history as being the first Cuban American star to win gold, to win the NXT championship. So she's already gonna be staring down the barrel of history. So I'm gonna go with Lola Vice. Kendall, her time will be next. Who knows? She might be the one to beat Lola down the road. Who knows? Or she might win a North American Championship from Blake Monroe down the road. So it doesn't necessarily mean she has to win an NXT title off the bat. But I think this would be Lola's moment, leaving Vegas, Fight City, that's known for big time boxing matches, is known for having UFC matches, pay-per-views in that city. So her winning,
Makes sense.
oh, they're not gonna be in Vegas. I'm just thinking about Vegas, but they're gonna be in St. Louis. But having her win in the Lou, I'm gonna pick her. John, who you got?
Man, this is tough because my theory is like Faith. My heart is telling me Lola, my head is telling me Kendall. But this time I'm gonna go with my heart because I just saw how. I just think maybe this is Lola's time. Maybe she is gonna be a double champ. So I'm just for this to happen because they could have easily put Kendall Gray in this match and run it back from New Year's Evil. They could easily did Local Vice and ran it back from No Mercy. But putting them both in there, I'm thinking it's going to be Local Vice this time. I think we'll get some gold in Vice City. Because, like you said, a lot of people saying she can go down there to AAA. Maybe she might stop Flammer.
You just want to see double the cakes. I ain't mad at you.
La Toxicas.
I was about to say, what happened to his speaking?
He
my bad.
He had one of these.
Yeah.
My bad. The Toxicas, Flammers, who's going to approach 1,000 days as Reina Del Rey's champ celebration next Saturday. Waiting for my invitation. Damn you, Parker. I'm saying, but I think Lola's pulling it out. I'm gonna give it to Vice City, and she's been just named an NXT superstar of the month. Was it breakout star of the month or something recently? But yeah, this is her time.
Speaking of her time, the Heartbreak Kids' biggest homie is pulling up to the Lou. You good? Sexy Red is pulling up. She might be the host. I don't know, but expecting some unneeded, unwanted twerking going on. when she arrived. And I mean, I find it hard to believe that Shawn Michaels actually sat there in that room and listened to her entire album. But anyway,
he lying.
Listen, her and Shawn, if this was peak Shawn Michaels, yeah, he would have ran that. Anyway,
wow.
But yeah, Sexy Red is gonna be in the building. I don't know if she's gonna be hosting, but she's definitely gonna be in the house. So because she's from the Lou.
So there's plenty of celebrities you could have got from damn Lou.
Then they're gonna call Nelly St. Lunatics.
Hey man, that'd be cool. Then we get to see Ashanti's fine ass on TV. Anyway,
as much as I would love that, they would Nelly. If they was calling Nelly, Nelly's going to the Big Show. No offense. Put
Cedric the Entertainer and Booker T in the same room.
I don't think I can.
Now imagine them on commentary.
I don't think my heart can handle that.
Have them both singing Joe Hendry song.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah, Booker T was really mad that that he didn't get a chance to see Joe Hendry song.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, here we go. But yeah, man. And then let's see here, triple that. Now we got the tag team championships. Vanity Project defending their NXT championships against what Nelson likes to call them Pup Cup and Tall of the Americanos. Faith, your thoughts on that one? Who's walking out with the tag team gold?
Look, I'm gonna just tell you right now, I don't give a damn about Butch and Tyler Bate.
Butch. I
don't care about Butch. I don't understand why Butch and Tyler Bate need to be down there in NXT challenging the Vanity Project. You mean to tell me you couldn't have found a tag team in NXT to challenge for these titles?
I know where you're going, but they had to take care of those. They had to take care of those young pups. The young pups first. They'll get the gold. I know what you're thinking.
OTM will get out the mud eventually.
They'll get out the mud eventually.
I need my boys to do. I love OTM. The Usos are on their last leg. I got to attach to somebody. And it's gonna be
They'll be there eventually. By the way, Lucian Price, you my guy and all. How the heck did you let? I'm not hating on you in my business. He had Lola.
Hey man, my business, dog.
He had Lola, dog.
Hey man, listen, man. It could be just a simple smash and grab. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Damian Priest. Damian Priest is Puerto Rican too, so she found the look. Come on, man.
Just saying, man. The brothers have one, man. The brothers have one, dog.
Listen, it could have been just a smash and grab, man. Can't be nothing wrong with that, man. Maybe they were just dating and because could be dating. She set her eyes to bigger things and she attached herself to a former world champion. It is what it is.
Bigger things where? What?
Listen, I ain't going there. Easy there. She all right. She all right. I'm not mad at her. She made her choice. I mean, either way it goes, people are winning. But yeah. So John, who you got winning this tag team match? I mean, you got Pup Cup and Tall, or are you gonna go with the OC?
Nah, I'm going with Bravo and Rayo. Let me go. Look, Bravo. You didn't. I know you missed trying to shoot your shot at Sol Ruka, but it's okay. Get some gold. Get some gold.
I saw the irony in that, and I laughed. I laughed, but I saw the irony of him shooting his shot at Sol Ruka.
Yeah, and then she said I had a boyfriend. I was like, it's okay. Happens to the best of us.
Imagine he puts a Spider-Man ticket off at the mat. Ha ha! It was me.
Oh, Tyler, who's it? Faith. All right, I can see your face this thing about that. Let that girl live. Hey, let that girl live.
Nothing.
Let that girl live. I know I can read your thoughts right now. Let that girl live. She likes what she likes.
I ain't say a damn thing.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that shit. I saw that.
TK ain't letting that man go. But yeah. So you picking the Starbucks order?
Yeah, I think they bring some gold back. I think they're bringing some gold back to the Gente. And I think they're gonna bring some gold back to AAA.
All right. And then this Sunday is the return of Johnny Takeover as him and Miles Bourne duke it out for the North American Championship. I'm going with Baby Orton. I don't see him losing to Gargano. Gargano's gonna put him over, give him a run for his money, and then he's gonna go back laying on his stomach when it's all over.
I agree.
Oh my God.
Faith?
I'm sorry, I got distracted by Nessa's comment.
She like them short. Maybe he gets most. Hey.
Listen, sometimes it is about the motion, man. But I mean, he's a big, strong boy for a reason. So he probably be packing her up all the time for his height. You never know. Ain't no telling.
Clearly, he knows know what to do when somebody is on his shoulders.
No, what he did was he was a surfboard. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, she was a surfboard, all right. I bet he got her soul snatched that night.
Oh, Baby Oos just walked in. Anyway.
Hey. She's sad because I'm with you. I'm with you on that one because it's gonna be good to see Johnny take over one last time. But yeah, I think baby RKO gets put over, and he's gonna learn a lot being in the ring with Johnny Gargano.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna learn a lot being in the ring with Johnny Gargano for sure. And Miles Bourne needs to soak this moment in because you're going in there with arguably one of the men who's probably on the Mount Rushmore of NXT.
And is.
Arguably,
and yeah, NXT Grand Slam champion.
That's right. That's right. So, and obviously, look, I know you see what your ladies doing on Monday nights. Keep that momentum on Tuesday nights.
Yep. Yeah. So, Baby Orton. Huh?
I heard what Johnny said.
Yeah.
Careful what you wish for.
Mm-hmm. I heard when he said that, I felt something. I felt a tingle in my cheek.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, you trying to tingle in your loins, as LA Knight would say.
And I was like,
she felt the Kavorka.
That man woke up right there. He woke up in that moment. He got excited a little bit inside. It might not show it on the surface, but he was like, oh, you want the work. I might have to go with Johnny. I might have to. He been laying down for weeks.
Since Ciampa left.
I might have to go with Johnny on that. Don't get me wrong. I love baby thighs. Okay. I love baby thighs. But I might have to go with Johnny on this one. Yeah. Oh, Baby Oos in the chat.
Shout out to Baby Oos.
See you Saturday, young man.
Nessa was the left cheek. She said what cheek?
Nope. I let Dale talk about that.
Okay. All right.
But moving on. Tatum Paxley and Madison Square Glamour are set for a match for the Women's North American Championship that Blake Monroe stole after the last PLE and hasn't given it back yet. These two come off each other very well. Tatum doesn't hide her craziness, and technically sometimes neither does Blake. She unleashes it when her back's pushed against the wall, and so does Tatum. So I'm anxious to see how this match goes. Faye, do you see Tatum being the transitional champion again, or
I don't?
Or does Blake Monroe take an L?
I don't see Tatum being transitional again. I like Tatum holding the title, although she ain't got it, but I like Tatum holding the title. And I kind of want to see how much further she can go with it. I get it, like Blake is championship material. Barna, like not going to deny that. She looks the part, she speaks the part, she walks the part. But when you look at Tatum, Tatum is not what you would think of a champion typically, right?
Right.
She's that crazy goth girl, and I love crazy, chaotic women. I just do.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Nessa and JoJo. That's why we okay. So I'm hoping that they don't use her as a transition and that they actually let her hold that title a little while
What?
longer, build up some more feuds.
Yeah,
I'm
because she tried to
interested
get Lisa Leslie to.
how far they could push her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with Tatum on this one. I like Tatum.
She tried to
Uh,
get Gail King.
I think she's got it in her. I think she can really produce some good matches. I think she's proven that. Um, the only reason I think they will put it on Blake is to somehow be petty with AEW.
I mean, at this point, I don't think it would be pettiness. I think at this point, Blake Monroe it was due to be champion anyway. Just certain people are destined to
True.
hold to hold some type of title, and Blake Monroe is one of those characters that she's just destined to be champion. If it's not NXT Women's Champion, it's gonna be a mid card title. So that could be a reason as well. But it would be. I like to see Tatum get a big win. That's not Izzy Dane.
Mm-hmm.
So for her to get this win over Blake Monroe, that would be a dope thing. So I got Tatum to win. John, who you got?
I got Tatum to win too. And like you said, Styles makes fights. This is Wednesday. I said the other day, this is like Wednesday Adams versus Barbie. So
Good way
I
to
think I think Tatum's gonna put on a good show. I think Blake's gonna have a good show, but eventually her moment's gonna come. We all know where this is leading for her. We all know she's got NXT Women's Championship written all over her. But right now, this is Tatum's moment. She's not gonna be a transitional champion. She's coming out of, and she's always gonna have that gothic look, but she's coming out of it slowly where we're seeing her personality more. And she's actually being more of a person instead of, an introvert.
Yep.
Alone.
And this match coming up, I'm looking forward to the most because I've been calling for this to happen. It gives me the Brett Owen vibes, the Edge and Christian vibes, the Mellow Trick vibes, and that is, Zora Ruka officially split, and now we'll go head to head and stand and deliver. These two have gotten so ugly that Zora Ruka can't even buy a glizzy in New York without getting into an altercation.
That's crazy.
Zarya said no glizzy for you. So I've been calling for this split. I've been calling for this split since the summer. Probably a little bit before that. Because the writing was on the wall the moment Zarya lost Souls. I think it was the North American Championship. Ever since then, and they were teasing and teasing and teasing and teasing until the spear finally happened. Is this Sol Ruka's last stand in NXT? Or do we get a blow off match afterwards? But I got Zarya finally getting out of, I guess you can call it Big Sis. I don't know how who's older than who, but I guess as far as star power wise, getting out of Big Sis's shadow and finally carving her path of destruction of her own. John, who you got?
Whew. It's reminding me of Trick and Mello. Something is telling me Zarya is going to get her stand and deliver moment because last year Soul took it from her. Like she said, she kicked her off that ladder. We was in the building that day when it happened. She kicked her off that ladder and she climbed to the top and she became the North American champion. But man, whew, I think she gets her moment, and I think that's probably the last we see of Soul Ruka.
Bates, who you got? In?
Look, I'm going with the redhead, the glizzy stopper. Look,
That's funny.
Zarya. I think Zarya, whoever loses, and I was listening to Humble Roses earlier, and I agree with them. Whoever loses is going to the main roster. It's time for Soruka to go to the main roster. She don't need to be in NXT anymore. They tested her out on the main roster. She got great feedback from the audience. She looked great. She felt like she was meant to be there. Zarya, I don't feel is anywhere ready to come out of NXT at this time, but I feel like Zarya could dominate in NXT at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's not having to be the nice little cutesy friend that's doing TikToks and all that. Let her be the damn beast she's meant to be.
That's why I hope she
F5
doesn't get called
bitches.
up. That's why, because that's why I hope she doesn't get called up, because no matter who wins out of Kendall and Lola, they need a heel that's gonna be
Chase her.
That's gonna be on their necks.
Chase that champ.
And Zarya needs to be that person.
I agree.
So I'm going with Zarya.
Because I think JC Jane's gonna be on her way up too.
Yeah. Now the question is, how do you disperse fatal influence?
It's easy. You know, she lost. They turn her back on her, and she gets called up, and they stay behind, and they go their own way, or they become a tag team.
But
technically, you don't really need a story.
I agree. Then you got these people. There's some of these fatal influence loyalists. Well, y'all know, if they should just let Fallon be the one who dethrone JC.
Nah, I mean that would have been cool, but
no, it's not the same.
The leader's gonna fall, and they're just gonna be like Triple H when Shawn fell against Stone Cold. Shawn dropped the ball. Now it's in my court. JC Jane's gonna lose, get called up, and that's gonna be Fallon, calling the shots either in the tag team or they just go their separate way. We gonna find it. But I do have a question though, because earlier I said that they need to defend their Women's United States Championship at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
What if they have an open challenge with Julia, and Soul walks to the door in Vegas?
I can see it.
Ooh.
And wins the United States Championship.
I wouldn't mind it.
And then you set up the feud between Julia and Kiana, because she lost.
Or you have Kiana Coster.
One of the two.
I like how you think so.
So Ruka arrive on the scene, win a championship. She's already elevating the Women's United States Championship. And she's a rookie.
I like the way you think. Put a little lemon pepper, a little sage on that. Cooked it real good. I like that.
Because if you've seen the NXT call-ups lately for the past 6 months, they've been getting a whole lot of love in one way or the other. And we might see Trick walk out of Mania with the United States Championship. And we already got Last Legends, a tag team champion. So
I got a bone to pick with Trick.
Oh yeah, I was there for that when he cost Melo the championship. That's what I was telling John. Now that we're here, Faye, real quick, we all knew we was getting Trick and Sammy at Mania. Did they need to sacrifice Melo's title for it?
No. And I think I said this on Friday after I said a few house words. No, they did not need to sacrifice Melo. Melo has been putting on, and shout out to Sheamus, banger after banger after banger. Why in the hell would you not put him on the Mania card? I still think there's time to add him to this. He has the grounds to say, hey, Trick got involved and cost me. Plus, I want my rematch.
Mm-hmm.
And then you make it a triple threat. when Trick did that, and then he took his ass on IG talking about, I don't understand how it happened. You, bro, you and your lemon pepper steppers, man. We wanted you to call Sammy, not Mello. You messed up the game, all right?
And the way he punched him, it didn't seem like, oh, it was an accident. He clearly saw he was punching Mello.
Exactly.
It wasn't like, oh, snap. I hit the wrong guy.
He didn't want to take the championship off of Mello.
I think we see this Friday or the following Friday. I think we see Mello get added to the match, which I'm okay with, but I wish they would have allowed him to walk into Mania as champ. That was the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me you took this title off this man to put it on Sammy for a couple of weeks? We all know where it's going. We all know where it's going. It's going on them lemon pepper steppers. We already know.
And I was telling John earlier, they got a possibility of ending WrestleMania horrible by not only not having Mello get his moment, but also not have Trick win.
Oh God! Oh, we rioting. I'm sorry.
Well, I said it this: Sammy ought to take a lot of heat, whether it's kayfabe or real. You like a dude. You like a douche right now.
Here's a possibility that could happen that I'm hoping don't happen. Mello, Trick, Oba don't have their Mania moment.
Oh well, we rioting for real.
I don't think it can't be that extreme. Don't even give me. No, I'm trying to even put. I'm not even going to even process that. Jeez. But I know what you're saying.
If this is Vince, that's a high possibility that would have happened. But I think 2 out of 3 might happen.
I agree with you. I don't see them not having Trick walk out. Trick ain't losing that Mania. He's got too much. He's over too much right now. And I think the company sees the value in him. And what a better test for Trick than to put a mid-card title on the main roster and see what he can do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But you didn't have to take it off of Mello. That's all I'm saying.
No, you didn't.
This is facts.
Put it on damn Sammy for what? Sammy, turn the man heel now, or just let him go on vacation for a while. Like, I don't know about everybody else. I'm sick of Sammy.
Yeah. I mean, now his underdog story is over. I think now he just, by any means, we're getting a desperate Sami Zayn right now.
And we've already seen the desperate Sami Zayn back in the Thunderdome era.
Yeah. But this one's even more dangerous because I think he's starting to hear voices. Randy told him, just go ahead and listen to the voices. He hasn't turned back since. But yeah, that's NXT.
You got the main event.
Oh, of course. I'm all like discombobulated thinking about everything that's going on SmackDown with all that stuff with the culture. Got me ready to riot. But yes, the Fatal 4-Way. Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, the Don, well, former Don, Tony D'Angelo, and Joe Hendry. Fatal 4-Way. Odds are obviously not in Joe Hendry's favor. And this could be one of those times when he does lose the NXT Championship. I'm going to go with Joe Hendry. I think if Tony D'Angelo wins the title, it's going to be off of a one-on-one. He's going to get his moment. But I got Joe. John, who you got?
It better be Joe because I got a meet and greet with him on Friday. I want to hold the NXT title. So I'm being real. If he's able, I would love to hold the NXT title. But yeah, selfishly, I'm thinking Joe. I don't know why I'm doing this. I think it's going to be Ethan Page. I think it's going to be Ethan Page. And I think he gets that last run before he gets to the main roster. And Tony D'Angelo eventually takes it off him. He can be going to the main roster saying, I got 2 victories on Joe Hendry. How you like them apples? I wanted to be Joe. I so wanted to be Joe Hendry. But I think it might be Ethan Page. I'm going with Ethan Page.
Hey.
You know, Biggles, great minds think alike. I was rooting. I ain't gonna lie. I was rooting for Ethan Page to win this one. And then also it's kind of like I said before, my heart wants one, my head says another. My head said Ethan, my heart said Joe, and I was all I believe in Joe Hendry until a certain person got added. And then I didn't want to believe no more. Tony D, I got to go with him.
Oh wow.
I got to. He came back too strong. Looking like the Downey man on times 20. He came back too strong. Okay. I think I get it. He could wait a little bit longer. And Ethan could get it. I get what you're saying, Big Goose. But I got a feeling. On this one. I think they're gonna give it to Tony.
That'd be cool. Because then it's gonna be like, who's gonna take it off of Tony? So that'll be have him be dominant right now because he's basically about to break up Dark State because they're taking L's after pretty much all of them getting taken out by Tony D'Angelo. So these pretty much got into their head that they can't even be a cohesive unit right now.
What if you can't beat them, join them type scenario? We've seen that on the main roster with Jay, B-Fab, and Meechin. What if Dark State became Tony D's backup?
I don't know.
Maybe not all of them, but maybe a couple of them. Who knows?
Does Tony D'Angelo trust the guys that basically essentially broke up the D'Angelo family?
I don't know. We've seen stranger things happen because how the hell Bronson Reed end up with Seth?
Touche. Because Seth was like, I ain't trying to get no more of them 10 tsunamis, so I'm going to have you on my team. That's a good enough reason.
He said, you ain't going to pancake me no more on live TV.
No. That man, listen, Seth got that work like nobody else's business.
Ain't nobody pick 6
Ricky.
head Saints. I'm sorry, that 4 head diabolical.
Nope. I don't see him nor Ethan getting that win though.
I think Ethan's going to the main roster after Mania.
Be right there, and if they play their cards right, be right there with Chelsea.
Please put them back together.
Because she's been lobbying for him for a call up since they pretty much got together on NXT. So she's been actively trying to help get that man on SmackDown. So, because I think Ethan Page has done all he can do in NXT, so I think it's a perfect time. I think he's ready for that main roster run.
I agree. But I just got a feeling they want. I think Sean wants to get him one more run before he lets him off the chain.
What if he's the greatest Canadian to ever live, goes over there and somehow, some way later on in the year wins the United States Championship?
Oh my God!
Ooh, Ethan and Trick again, huh? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I beat you. So, I'm loving how NXT storylines graduate into the main roster, and they can easily go back and revisit it. Well, it all started here, type of thing. So, I can't wait for that. But yeah, man, that's NXT rundown. Takeover this Saturday. Also, Baby Usa's Sweet 16. So the fact that she chose to hang out with us on her birthday as a request to moms. So shout out to moms for making that possible. So
You just said yeet.
yeah, so it's gonna be heavy, but I will be remiss if I didn't say, happy RKO Day to the one and only, Randall Keith Orton, celebrating his birthday, and his wife ain't right for on the prank that she did since his birthday happens to fall on April Fool's Day.
That's wild.
She's a cold piece of work for that because that man was like, ooh.
Happy birthday, Mr. Thighs.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday.
Okay, Faith Monroe.
Oh,
Ooh, not Faith Monroe.
Okay, Faith Monroe. I see what you're doing.
happy birthday. Listen to the voices and kill Cody to you.
Wow. And with that being said,
This is what we doing. We doing this. What we doing? I made this song. You like it or what? How about new?
Yeah.
all right. So I really don't. I think we all gonna have the same. This is what we're doing.
Yep.
So John, the floor is yours. I mean, I'm just gonna go out and say the IWC. Well, actually, no. I'm not gonna say IWC. Fans in general, listen up, because this one kind of hit me to the core. Because this is wifey here. People are messing with. John,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. If you didn't know, you better ask somebody. Stop harassing fans, wrestlers when they're in the freaking airport. What are we doing? So if y'all don't know the story, Stephanie Valkyrie, while she was in at the airport Monday night, was getting harassed by a fan. I think a fan chased her down trying to get picture, autograph, and she honestly, it was her birthday, by the way. Happy belated birthday to her again. And she wasn't feeling well. And this fan just kept saying some real nasty things to her and just suspect that she was going to cave and have a photo op and autograph. And she didn't. So this fan goes off, is recording the entire situation after Stephanie Valkyrie asked him not to. And he posts it on Twitter and posts it basically talking about her.
basically what he's saying, the guy was complaining. Basically how that one chick was complaining that Oba didn't want to do the poses for her and all that stuff. So this man went up there and pretty much complained about how she didn't want to, do the photos and the autographs and stuff. And she responded. She's like, I'm always doing this, but, I asked you nicely, I'm paraphrasing, but I asked you nicely to let me be. I'm not in a good mood right now. And, stuff like this makes it hard for people like us, just in case we see these stars out and about. Because if you politely ask them, sometimes 9 out of 10 times, they'll be gracious to either give you a photo or have a little quick, conversation, and then be on about their day. If they say no, they're not feeling well or whatever the case may be like, all right, have a good day, happy birthday, by the way, or, hope you feel better, stuff like that would have made her day or something. But to harass her on her birthday, and shout out to Miles Bourne for sticking up for her, reassuring her that, she's the greatest, she's this, she's that, making sure that she felt loved. Because not all fans think that way. So especially with these, it's one thing to bother a male wrestler, but these female wrestlers, people are really, really going overboard here. Because let these ladies live, because now that's pretty much coming off as, like John said, harassment, sexual harassment, whatever the case may be. Because take it from us, there was a stalker incident doing the Money in the Bank meet and greets that pretty much we were supposed to meet Roxanne. We did, but security was so tight on Roxanne that she wasn't able to just be herself unless there were kids involved, because they're kids.
Right.
But other than that, you couldn't shake hands. There's no fist bump. There's no nothing. You just walk up, say hi, and you just stand there. You can tell by the photo that she's mentally like one of these people could be that person, or who else is gonna what I'm saying. So you're ruining it and making it worse for everybody else. Like if they don't want to, they don't have to. I make jokes about Stephanie Vaquer all the time on the show, but if I see her in person and if I say, "Hey, can I get a photo?" she says no, I'm like, cool. Mind my business. Have a good day. Hope you win whatever match you win, and that's it. I'm not gonna follow her throughout the entire airport, chasing her down, just to run her down, verbally. It's like, first of all, what kind of man are you to do that in the first place? So it's there's a lot of sickos out there that needs help, because all it takes for her to get out of her character and slap the piss out that man and wind up losing her job and her titles and not be employed because one male wants to embarrass the rest of the species.
Can you even call him a man at that point?
No.
He's a virgin.
Adam Pearce in his brilliant rant today said, you bring stacks of baseball cards and expect me to sign every single one of them, and then when I don't, you get upset. We've heard Adam say it. We've heard, I just saw the footage, Liv Morgan, when she was heading to the ring to cuss out Stephanie, a fan grabbed her aggressively.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You did it to CM Punk. You did it to Cody Rhodes.
Rhea Ripley.
You did it to Rhea Ripley when all them men surrounded her. If she lost her mind and beat the hell out of all of them, you deserved it. You did it to Oba. You want him to sing and dance for you. That is a big, old, meaty Nigerian man. And you want him to sit up here and hold pom-poms. Your mama should have taught you better. One day, one of these wrestlers is going to say, fuck it. Because they tired. They're exhausted. You don't know what is. I'll say it like this. You got what's going on in their professional life. You don't know what's happening in their personal life that could be stressing them out, pushing them to the point. Mm-hmm. And then here you come with your unspecial ass asking for autographs and hugs. They knock you out, bust your fronts out. Oh well.
And
didn't Keanu just do that to a crowd member? That's what it's gonna take. That's what it's gonna take.
They go online and publicly tell people, don't do this. Drew McIntyre has gone online and said, don't do this. CM Punk said it, don't do this. Rhea Ripley has gone on social media multiple times and said, guys, stop doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie Vaquer had to go in there and pretty much retweet what this guy said and respond to to him. And it's like, people are just not listening. They gonna want, WWE is not gonna give everybody extra security. They're not gonna make the funds for that. So it's like, that's another reason why you see more couples in WWE, because they're walking around the airports. You're not gonna walk up on someone's wife or someone's girlfriend. You've never seen Naomi get harassed like that.
Ain't nobody trying to test that.
You don't see Jay getting harassed like that. You never seen Bianca get harassed like that.
There is one video clip that I will never forget, and I'm so proud of them for doing this. But the video clip of Solo and Tama and Tonga.
Oh, the MFT surrounding Tiffany Stratton?
All video. Surrounding Tiffany. Like, kudos to y'all, especially you, Solo. You fine. Anyway, kudos to y'all because that's how you supposed to do it. That's how you supposed to do it. And I could see some of the women, if they saw one of their male counterparts being harassed, I could see some of the women doing it for the male. Like, come on. Like, stop doing it. You gonna push the button too far. Who was it? Was it CM Punk that said some fan followed them from the airport to their hotel?
Damn.
And he was like, I'm with my wife. He was with AJ. Y'all gonna push the button too far, get your ass laid out, then you're gonna be on social media crying about it, and you're gonna end up looking stupid.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I still remember seeing the video that, luckily this was a good video where Rhea was having a conversation with a fan at the airport. You know, nothing disrespectful. They was having a conversation. KO just walked by that. Are you good?
Yep.
Because it's like, people get overzealous when they see these. Like I said, me and John make jokes all the time. We say, you know, about our crushes, our wrestling crushes all the time. But listen, I say a lot of stuff about Raquel, but when I met her, I was nothing like that. I was like, how you doing? Took the photo, you know, had a little mini conversation with her, and that was it. It's like, you got to know how to conduct yourself when you're around celebrities.
Look, I will tell you this. AEW comes to my city all the time. They come to the Angels of the Wind Casino or arena all the time. I happen to be at a hotel where some of the wrestlers and staff was. And I was there for a work conference. We were staying for 3 days. I seen and recognized some of the AEW. I may not watch it, but I recognize the people. Ain't no way in hell at midnight was I walking up to this dude asking for an autograph. Like, compose yourself better, people.
Please.
And if they give you an inch, don't take the whole damn yard. If they stop and be like, all right, sure. One item, they'll be holding up. Okay, and this, and then sign. Can you sign this shirt? Or can you sign this football? Or can you sign? It's like, listen, if they're nice enough to stop and talk, cool. Because I seen a video where Roman was coming out of a steakhouse, you know, and you know people was out there waiting for him, and I think a guy wanted an autograph, and Roman kind of brushed him off. And he was like, "Oh, actually, real quick question, Roman." And you know, he acknowledged him, and he was answering his questions about, you know, his workout regimen and all that stuff. And then after that, the guy was like, "Thank you for your time," and that was it. He didn't keep harassing Roman or keep trying to ask questions. Got his question, and Roman went on to sign a few autographs. So that's how you need to conduct yourself with these people, because, again, you're making it bad for us.
Absolutely.
The good people who are trying to get these interviews.
Shout out to Adam Glenn, because he interviewed Cody too. Adam Glenn is a well-known comedian and street journalist. Oh, excuse me. And he's interviewed some top folks. So shout out to him on being professional.
Yep. I mean, listen, we're on the verge of some big things, and Justin, we're gonna be extra professional in Vegas because yeah, we got some dungeon business to take care of this weekend, and so we get to meet Natty. All four of us gonna meet Natty WrestleMania weekend. So looking forward to that, because she basically somewhat knows of us. So, you know, shout out to Midas for granting us that interview, because that pretty much gonna open a whole lot of exposure to a whole lot of people, and you know, we're humbled and also excited for what's to come. So, but you know, that's it for, you know, this week's episode. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Tejanos on the world deserve a night off. They should be back Monday night. Faith, shout out to you for pulling up tonight to talk some more business and whatnot. And we got Stand and Deliver this weekend. 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come join with us. We're gonna have, you know, the Fab probably the big three, Fab Four, which iteration of us is going to be here. We got Dale coming in. We got Faith popping in. And Baby Oos to celebrate her Sweet 16. So it's going to be a fun party. So we'll see y'all this Saturday. I may pop up on Friday. Who knows? Catch me Best in the World podcast tomorrow. Me, Dale, and the gang. We're going to get ready for more NXT talk, as well as other news and rumors that it's going to pop up. And shout out to the Chop Up.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
One of the funniest shows on Tuesdays outside of Sports for You. Because, man, listen.
So much fun.
It goes down on Tuesdays. And shout out to Faith. She's being an honorary member in the Jack TV games. You almost won that one, Faith. You almost came in clutch, but Will got you.
We did. I was so close. Can I make a real quick announcement?
Yeah.
If you guys weren't watching Acknowledge the Dynasty on Monday, at the end, I did announce that I will be leaving Acknowledge the Dynasty. My last live stream with them will be May 9th. Come hang out with me for my last stream on May 9th. Come hang out with me for Mania. If you ain't here with my oozes at Sports for You, come hang out with me, especially on May 9th. I just want to chill, have a good time, no tears. Just straight fun, rock it till the wheels fall off. But yeah.
Yeah, I got to get in contact with Leslie and Monty and see if they want to do a collab for Backlash, because that's we all got to be there.
Mm-hmm.
we all got to cause chaos one last time for now.
Absolutely.
For now. So. With that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all wrestling week. I am Trail Dash John, and the woman with the Roman Reigns background is the one and only Wrestle Faith. And we will see y'all on Saturday for a Stand and Deliver.
It's the legend.